me hit that little thingy and then find this little thingy. Oh, hi, everybody. I was just doing my best Raheem impression, look up in the sky and try to figure it out. That ain't helping. All right. So, look, I'm back, and I've been out for a while. I first want to thank my crew. We got Mr. Man that's everywhere, Mr. Ron Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us, big man. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Man, it's good to have you. So, and then, of course, we got the one, the only, Mr. Laddie Daddy himself, Ladarius Brown. How you doing, Mr. Revolutionary? Mr. Well, wait a minute. He's on the shelf, but still, you can do all that too. How you doing?
Yeah, I can still work off. I don't do on television all the time.
Yeah.
I can still do things. Yeah, I'm doing good. And by the way, listen, it's been a while since we talked. I'll just slip into this wrestling before we get started. Listen, Saturday Night Main Event on the cock was a great performance. It was great stuff.
Look, December 13th is coming up, guys.
Yeah.
I am going to be an emotional wreck. I'm going to go ahead and say it because after Monday night where Cena beat Dominic for the Intercontinental title, I didn't think I was going to really celebrate it, but damn it, I was jumping around like I was a little kid again. I mean, this man is just tomorrow, this Monday night where it's his last Raw in Madison Square Garden. I'm just, these last shows are going to be really tough for me. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, but yeah, Madison Square Garden. Look, this past, what was this? So it was on the cock, but Saturday Night Main Event was not bad.
I know Ron loves. He loves watching on the cock.
Yes, he does, especially when he got to saw Nia.
He watched Nia Jax on the cock, and I know he's ignoring us, but I know he hears us, and
those words are penetrating his ears as we speak.
Well, can we say this? I don't know if we can do that, but
I just did.
By
the way, share the link, and folks, if you like the show, hit the like button. We're just gonna. I haven't been around, so let me just get into that real quick. Sorry, Ladarius, didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, brother.
Oh no, I'm good. Go ahead, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, so want to just say the reason I haven't been out, or I have been out, is basically I have my family. I lost two of pillars people in my family, my aunt and my uncle. They were I want to say they were a couple of months away from their 70th anniversary. So let that click in there. My uncle was 93 or would have been 93, and my aunt was 87 when she passed, or 88 she would have been this year. So yeah, they passed away within 6 weeks of each other. So took a lot of steam out of me. But it was I took some time away. I've watched Falcons and suffered, but it was funny after the Bills game. I remembered saying, okay, so the Falcons beat the Bills. Okay, they dominated. They looked good for a half, because that second half, the Bills actually shut them down playing man defense. And then we started seeing a disturbing trend. Well, not really disturbing. The Falcons they lost games they shouldn't have lost. All right. You got beat up by Miami. All right. And then who did they lose to before Miami? Because I know it was Miami.
49ers? What?
49ers, yeah. The 49ers was the game that it could have gone anywhere, but then when you saw how coaching came into play, shocker, shocker, you're going to hear that a lot today. How the defense coordinator, how Kyle Shanahan, look, we don't like Kyle Shanahan, right, Ron?
Right.
Ron, remember, yeah, till you do right. But anyway, but Kyle, we got to give it to him. He could coach, and homeboy, the best way I could say it, they coach these guys up so bad, or coach them so amazingly. So to the point that you had Chris Collinsworth, who was talking up the Falcons, regretting talking up the Falcons. Let that sink in, folks. I mean, he finally lived what it's like to live a Falcon life.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, these guys normally are really good, but for some reason, and I'm going, bro, this is life.
Yeah.
Then you had the Patriots. Then you had the Colts. And I got to say this. If I don't say this here, I don't know when I'll say it again. I am in love with Kari Irsay. All right. She needs to be, I mean, look, number one, I would work with her anywhere she wants. I mean, she is amazing. She look good. She's an owner, and she's doing something smart. She's wearing the headset, taking notes. And what I like about it that I saw, she doesn't like try to make herself into the show. She is actually somewhere like you. If you're not watching, you won't actually spot her right away. Unlike if you saw Arthur Smith, or not Smith, Arthur Blanks. You know, you see Arthur, you see Rich Decay or Skeletor. All right. And so with that being said, I just was watching, and like I said, it just hit me. So I said it starting the beginning of the year, and you guys will always vouch for me because you know how I am. What was the first thing I said when we talked about the schedule, when we started talking about the team, everything about the Falcons?
The head coaching.
Okay. So one thing I said, and like I said, I'll go through, or, we'll toss topics around like we normally do, but I kind of want to like take a few minutes just to go in. But I remember saying, so you're telling me I got to have that this team is so talented that we're going to have a quarterback who really is playing his first full year. And his first full year where teams are going to actually review tape, going to find out what he doesn't do well and try to zero in on him.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have him. He's going to rise above everything. And because we still didn't know the development schedule. We didn't know who was in charge, like his quarterback coach then. We didn't know how connected he was with TJ Yates. Thank God he's not. Thank God he has to deal with Zach Robinson, who's got his resume lined up for OK State. But then I asked the question, how can a team be – so we're asking a team to basically make the playoffs without the help of coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Because this coaching staff will not help them. As you have seen, and I want everyone to think about this, you are now sitting and saying to yourself, that defensive coordinator should be our head coach when his defense gave up 500 yards total offense. I mean, stop me when I'm lying. I mean, that's kind of what I'm asking. I will also state the obvious. When seeing the teams and everything, our coaching staff makes no adjustments. Our coaching staff, I have never seen a bunch of guys. It's one thing when you're on a press conference and you go, okay, I kind of see where he was going with this. These guys, I think, have a competition going, Ron. How stupid can we sound?
That Raheem for you.
Yeah, well, and not just Raheem. Zach's in there.
Right. That Zach Robinson, that everybody on the coaching staff. We talked about it a while back.
Yeah.
Experience.
We have no old heads.
Right. Do their coaching staff got experience? And will they make the changes? Will they do what they need to do to win games? Their coaching staff, besides our defensive coordinator, and I hate to give the man props. Raheem, he got experience, but he don't do what needs to be done.
I've heard people say it's about being the CEO. He wants to be the CEO coach. Okay. I can deal with CEO coach, but I have to see CEO coach break his foot off somebody's butt as the O-line, or with the offense coordinator, with the defense coordinator, keeping these guys accountable. You have a special teams coach, Marvin Williams, I don't know. But homeboy shouldn't even be here. And this team has just come. It's like this. If the Falcons look like they're going to win a game, don't worry. They're going to snatch victory, or they're going to grab defeat away from victory. They're like, we got to keep this L. You know, they fight hard for those L's. It's like I really hope someone could look at Raheem and go, hey, you want to try that other way? I mean, you know, try to win a couple of games. Look, I remember a lot of people telling me about the playoffs, like this team was ready for a playoff run. And I kept asking, what's going to happen when you need your coaching staff to win you games? Like, let me ask you guys something. Do we have an advantage on the sideline?
Hell no.
Ladarius, what do you say?
Yeah, I think when I look at the advantage, I do feel, despite what we've seen last couple of games, we have an advantage from a defensive coach standpoint. Yeah. Now, head coaching standpoint, it doesn't really feel like an advantage. I'll leave it there. I won't take up too much time, but it really doesn't feel like an advantage.
Yeah.
From the head coach, like defensive coordinator wise, sure. But like from the head coach position, even on the offensive coordinator, I absolutely not.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go to this game real quick. I mean, look, I'm not going to try to tell y'all, what to think, but my thing is this. Carolina Panthers are coming. They lost to the Saints. And don't look now, the Saints are 2 wins and we got 3. And we're playing them the week after. Now, my view is this. Everyone's saying, oh, well, the Falcons are going to get their get back. The Falcons are going to get their get back. Well, here's my problem with that. You're telling me we're going to actually stop baby Bryce? Because little Bryce, this man torches us, folks. This man looks at us like it's like freaking Michael Jordan in the finals. He's like, oh, this is my time. It's my time to shine. He'll put extra paint on his eyes. He ready to ball. And, he's going to throw passes and, no look stuff. So, look, someone's like, oh, I'm going to give Michael Penix the edge over Bryce. I'm going, I don't know about that. Especially, you got Michael Penix about to be out in the rain singing love songs here if we're not careful. All right. He's about to be like D'Angelo here, R.I.P. But still, he gonna be singing "How Does It Feel" because he don't know how it feels to win a game. This man looked at reporters and said, "Oh, sideline? Yeah, no, I ain't got nobody." Kirk Cousins out here thinking about cookout. You got T.J. Yates over here looking at everybody going, "I don't know." You got, Zach Robinson, who's, just going to, his little resume going, to indeedjobs.com going, yeah, I would love to get that OKC job. Whenever y'all need me, just tell me. I'll drop this place in a heartbeat. And then you got DJ Williams. Oh, I'm bringing that name up. Why? Because I was told he had an instant connection with Michael Penix, that he is teaching Michael Penix. So the Falcons don't teach footwork, basic fundamentals.
Nope.
So if you don't have anyone doing basic fundamentals, training, trying to get the quarterback to be his optimum self, helping him through these times. I mean, even when he's missing plays or throw an interception or fumble, do we see a coordinator next to him with a tablet going, Mike, man, hey, man, let's shake this off. Let's get this straight. This is what we got to look at. No, we don't.
Nope.
I don't even see DJ Williams. If you told me you were DJ Williams, I would have to believe you because I have not seen this man. There is no picture of this man. I think he's a figment of the imagination, like Beautiful Minds. All those people that Russell Crowe was talking to, they were just invisible. So that's DJ Williams, or he's on a milk carton, or my preferred statement, a liquor bottle. So, probably cognac too, by the way. And that's not, because of certain, ethnicities. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You want to make sure. Hold on. If you're going to find me, you just put my face on a liquor bottle. That's how you find me.
The good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Yeah, let's talk about that. So, Michael Penix, I don't want to blame him because coming into this year, I said this was going to be that rookie year. And let's be honest, in your answer, think about this. He only had 3 games to play. Did you really think Michael Penix had time with the offense, had time to really develop, or was he just holding the clipboard while Kirk Cousins was getting all the snaps? Because honestly, I felt like the Falcons' leadership, Zach Robinson and Raheem, were built all around for Kirk Cousins, not for Michael.
See,
so let's pass that around. Go ahead, Ron.
It's funny you say that because last year I thought we heard where Zach Robinson said, well, now they're finally open up the playbook.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
I do remember him saying that, yeah.
Okay, so let me show you how Zach Robinson playbook is.
Oh, good.
Give me the backhand eggs, scrambled eggs,
okay.
Cheese toast, and coffee.
Okay. How many plays are on that thing?
It got 10.
Oh, okay. So Bijan's got 5 of those?
Got 4.5.
Okay.
So, but I joking about the situation, but that's what it is. If you're a Falcons fan, and I said it, me and C. Doug said it, Lil Darius said it, everybody that love the Falcons that do a podcast said it. If you are OC and you got all these weapons, where your creativity at?
Yep. Go ahead, Ron.
Where is your creativity?
Uh-huh.
I seen the same 10 plays every week.
Yeah.
You throw it to Kyle Pitts in a screenplay. He fast, but he not super fast.
No. You kind of want to get that back.
You do the same screenplays every week. Though you know, the NFL, everybody watch these teams, different teams in the NFL.
How many times did we hear a player on the other team say, yeah, we knew that was coming?
Oh, get this. He also said after the game, he said, "Oh, we called around. We asked different defensive coordinators, how do you like our offense?"
Ladarius, you cover a lot of teams, especially with when you're doing the football reviews. How many offensive coordinators get calls from the defense saying, "Man, we really like what you're doing"?
Few and far between.
So this man, and when he said it, see there's, I was shaking my head. I was like, and you wonder why the fans, Atlanta Falcons fans, be mad because stupid shit like this.
Wow.
Like this.
Come on.
You know what? It all pointed back at tightwad pants. Because if you had a brain, you will know not to bring Zach Robinson down here in the damn first place. Because he never been our OC. He never been our OC.
Yeah.
Like John always said, shout out to the eye test.
Yeah.
Zach Robinson training on the job.
Mm-hmm.
But Raheem Morris, the car salesman that he is, that we say you a plut, and you know that plut ain't good for shit. And people wonder why I don't like him. This the stupidest shit I ever heard. This why I don't like him. This.
I mean, he only had a broken collarbone. I mean, we just told the media that it was only a shoulder.
Right. But he's still out there. You're afraid to bring people up from your practice team and you go try and get other wide receivers.
Go ahead. I'm listening, bro. Keep going, man. All right. You good? Because I want to pass it to Ladarius. So you good, Ron?
Yeah.
All right. Because we're still talking. Yeah, I know.
I got the.
Ooh, Woosa, Ron. Just remember, Nia Jax. Top not to expose. You just remember. It's all good, Ron. Gotcha. And that was on Netflix. So go ahead, Ladarius.
Oh no! If Ron wants to keep going, he's more than welcome to keep going.
I talked to a lot of Falcons fans in the past 3 weeks, and people are asking me, "Ron, you really checked out on the team?" Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I checked out.
I'm just looking for a screen to look at.
Even on, I was here Tuesday nights around 8 o'clock. Talk your ears. I told Dennis Holmes about this mess. Dennis said, "Ron, why is it every year you want to fire your OC? Okay, you want this motherfucker?"
Philly's got their own issues.
What? You want this stupid son bitch? Or do you want Raheem Morris?
Welcome to the CLR show where language isn't a problem for us. We like to speak from our hearts.
I mean, if you got the tirade where we got to go through every week, be my guest. You done had the motherfucker. I got the moving truck outside.
I cannot wait to do whenever someone is gone, it's going to be a fun show. Yeah. Well, all right, Ladarius. Yeah, I want to hear this too, and I'm trying to remember. So we're talking. What is your thoughts, man, so far?
Are you done, Ron? Are you good? You good?
He's
You want
woosah.
to keep going?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just here. I'm just here for the party. And
This is good. This is good for us, Ron. We need to unload. We need to, we're in this together. This is, we're just a bunch of veterans in this thing. All right, Ladarius.
I don't know if I can follow that, but
if he would have pulled out a brown bag, it would have been priceless.
Oh, I got it right here.
Go ahead, Ladarius.
Right here.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to look at the shout out to the chat. I see Mando. I see William the Birdcage. I see T. Will. I see John. I'll get that out of the way.
Yep. Sorry, did not even know. It's more like we're just chatting away. So yes, it's good to see. Yep. And then we'll play these. Yep. What's up, y'all? Yeah, I like her as well. Yeah, and I'll explain why I like her because I feel like she's actually going to be one of the key reasons you can actually move on. But I want to get this done first, and then we'll talk about Carly Ursay and how I think she's a key to help the Falcons in a very weird way. But go ahead, Ladarius.
We'll be right back. I don't know where to begin, so I'll just find somewhere.
I mean, we could talk, or how about this? I'll throw this out to you. Let's talk about the quarterback because honestly, I do not feel like the quarterback is solely responsible. Does he need to play better? Yes, but Michael Penix, the question I asked before the season started: do we have a true plan of development to help him? And honestly, all signs point to no. You've heard Michael Penix press conferences, and I'm not just talking about the one just now. I'm talking about where he said, "Oh, that's a Z-Rob thing," or
right.
I'm just playing, hitting the plays I'm supposed to, or and it's like something's not connecting, folks. So, but I wanted to ask Ladarius on that.
Oh no, go ahead, Ron. I saw Ron had his hand up.
No.
Oh, you did. I saw you. Okay, well, you have so many body movements.
I'm still trying to calm down.
My whole thing is this. From the quarterback position, it's all about from a team perspective.
Yeah.
The quarterback is essentially the face of your franchise. It's obvious to say that. So you surround your quarterback not just with great players, but with great personnel. And if you look at successful quarterbacks, not just in the league, but over time, not only have they had great teams, they've had great personnel. The issue is that with Zach Robinson, it's year two, and I understand where people were getting on the Penix train because of what we saw of last season. But the problem becomes what we've seen this season is that Zach Robinson has not himself improved and become a better coordinator. It's not the issue is that you can become better at your job. We also about the players need to be better. Well, the coaching can be better, especially if you're kind of somewhat new to the job.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to say, "Oh, this player has to do this better and that better." Well, what did Zach Robinson do this offseason to be a better offensive coordinator?
Exactly.
What did Raheem Morris do this offseason to be a better head coach? Because based off of last season, we can point fingers at players all we want to, but ultimately, what have the coaches done to be better and to surround and to have Penix be successful? Because at the end of the day, Terry Fontenot did the right thing by drafting Michael Penix because he foresaw a draft class that was not going to be ideal. He foresaw that. And he even probably foresaw the fact that he may potentially give up a potential first-round pick, which he did, to get James Pierce to improve the defense. So even when that happened, I said, Terry's thinking long-term. So with that being said, you're invested in Michael Penix. We could ask him to be better, but what I saw from that, and not only, did I see someone who looked down, I looked at someone, he doesn't trust anybody in that building.
No.
And then what's worse is that we talk about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is not trying to mentor this guy. And we can sit here and talk about everything, but we could talk about like how Jordan Love, how he talked about Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Because Aaron Rodgers knew what it was like to sit behind someone, some guy named, I don't want to say his name, Let Lar. We'll just say that. I don't want to say that. I want to give him any credit for personal.
Understand.
For personal reasons. But the point is that Aaron Rodgers mentored Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Rodgers knew that his time in Green Bay was almost done. So he was able to mentor Jordan Love, who was on the sidelines. And despite a couple of, Jordan Love's not a terrible quarterback. Kirk Cousins brings a plethora of experience. And you could pull and maybe somebody in the chat or maybe so I can always stand to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't see Kurt next to Michael Penix a lot on the side.
No. It's like a
And like I said, I'm not at the games, and I based on what the camera angle that the network provides. And at the end of the day, when he goes to that press conference, it's a damning indictment on Raheem Morris, Zach Robinson, and Kirk Cousins. It's an indictment of the fact that his success, Michael Penix Jr.'s success, makes everybody else's success in that building. So what I'm not understanding is, why are we not surrounding this young man? You can surround him with great players all you want. But if you're not surrounding this man with the best personnel possible, so at the coaching level, you're signing him off to fail. And I see people in Falcons chat say, "Oh no, we gotta get rid of Penix." No, my issue is we can talk about Penix getting better, but how did this coaching staff get better?
Exactly.
Zach Robinson ain't no Josh McDaniels, okay? He ain't no North Turner, okay? He ain't no great offense. This is your second season on the job. What are you doing to get better as a coordinator? Calling plays. Getting Michael Penix. Michael Penix can read the playbook front and back, chapter and verse. But it does absolutely nothing if he's not there to be coached, to understand it, and to understand reading. We've seen flashes of how great Michael Penix can be. I'm not out on this kid.
No, I don't think any of us are on that one.
No.
So it's just that certain Falcon fans have to understand. And I don't want to disrespect certain Falcon fans in the fan base, but I've seen here and there, we got to get rid of. No, you know why we can't? Even if we wanted to, we're not going back to Kurt. That's number one. And by the way, we traded our first round pick, which is looking pretty good for a Rams team that's also pretty good.
Yeah.
And listen, and to be clear, I'm not knocking the move by Terry because our defense has improved significantly. Well, here and there, listen, we've already eclipsed our sack total all of last season, and the season, we're over the halfway point of the season. So, box checked. The issue is that when I saw from Michael Penix, someone who loves quarterbacks, I look at this guy and I go, who in that building is helping him to succeed to be great? That's my question. That's the question. And at the end of the day, I used to be the person to I can't defend Raheem simply because it's the same old rhetoric. It's the same old. You can keep spinning a wheel, and the wheel ain't going nowhere. At the end of the day, Michael Penix is the franchise quarterback of this team. But it makes me feel and believe when I saw that press conference, it's like he openly admitted he talks to former coaches, high school and college coaches.
Wow.
So this man is an NFL quarterback, and he's talking to guys from coaches probably from we said Indiana first when we transferred to Washington. He's talking to high school. That's an indictment on the coaching you have here. And quite frankly, listen, at this point, if you're not the person to help Michael Penix, then get the hell out of the building. Because I ask you this, I tell people this. I hear people get rid of Michael Penix. Then I always ask this question when you get rid of anybody: who out there can come in and do the job?
Brian Debo.
No, I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's actually talking about the quarterback. My bad.
You're right, Ron. But who can?
My bad. I said that
No,
out loud.
you're good, Ron. I didn't provide edification. That's my fault. I didn't provide clarity.
Ron's like, I got your name.
Look, I got your name right now. I got.
Oh,
you're wearing glasses like me, so I'm rubbing off on you. Thanks. Now
Yeah.
the point.
I got your name. He on the phone right now. You want to talk to him? He just got fired for the New York Giants.
No, I'm eating for lunch later. But the point is, for other reasons. But anyway, but the point is that, and I didn't mean to take up too much time, and I'll say this before I hand the mic back. If you can't, I don't care what franchise you are. I can name literally teams who absolutely, if you don't get the quarterback position right, everybody losing their job. Think about this. Go back to, and you mentioned the Colts. When they had a choice between Ryan Leaf and some guy named check notes Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
When the Chargers did.
Yep.
When the Chargers got Ryan Leaf and Peyton Manning went to the Colts. If you Men in Black, Peyton Manning's first season in Indianapolis, where he led the league in interception.
Lord,
he had a pretty good career.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And for the Chargers, it set them back a good minute. Because Ryan Leaf, and it's not a knock on Ryan Leaf.
Yes,
but if you don't, well, no, here's why it's not a knock on Ryan Leaf. Oh.
Ron, that's cold-blooded. But hold on. To be fair, Ryan Leaf does take accountability for it too. So I can't. But still,
right? Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I said. I'm not putting it on Ryan Leaf because Ryan Leaf didn't draft himself.
Go ahead,
Ron. When you wear glasses like me, you have to. There's a certain. You know what? Forget. Now I'll just see you. I'll just see you in the manual. Now the point. But I'll say this. Like I said, I won't take too much time. I'll say this, so I want to pass the mic back. At the end of the day, the core of this, we could talk about Bijan, we could talk about Drake, we could talk about Kyle, we could talk about them all the live long day. The fact of the matter is, if we don't get Michael Penix right, it sets back this franchise. And we're not just talking about 1 year, 2 year. It's like, look how. Listen, do we want to go back to the era where we had Marcus Mariota throwing the football? Like, remember, in this franchise, there was a point in time we had Joey Harrington. No, not number one overall pick Joey Harrington. Back into the career Joey Harrington.
Yeah.
We had Darren Leftwich, who's now a and we had to go through some lean years before we got to Matt Ryan. So the question is, if we don't get Penix right, we're going to be waiting a minute. And so I'm glad I don't take up too much time. And that's just my whole point. At the end of the day is that we have to get Penix right. If you're Arthur Blank, surround your quarterback not just with great players, but with great personnel. That's in any job. You have to be surrounded by people who are on the same page, who are simpatico. When they say literally teamwork makes the dream work, it's not just a saying. It's an actuality. Because if you can't get on the same page, then that's it. Because it kind of feels like I think, what's up, T. Richie? But to your point, I think you made C-Dub, isn't that it feels like where he leaned toward Kurt, and a part of me really, and I could be wrong for saying this, he really didn't want to play Penix because God forbid if Penix played well, then guess what? Then it's like, oh, maybe we should be playing Penix and not Kurt after all.
Yep.
And after that grandstanding press conference he did about Kirk, it would look pretty bad. So I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. All right. So look, let me hit this quarterback spot real quick because I felt like, first of all, I'm not going to kill Michael Penix because, like I said, I don't think this is on him. Do I think he needs to execute better? Yeah. I think he needs to get the passes, completed. I think he's got to take care of what he has to do. All right. No, let's not try to, cookie cut this thing. Okay. You're a professional. You get paid for this. You got to perform. Period. This whole thing about, maybe we need to move on from him. Who are you going to? I mean, I just looked at the projected draft.
Ooh.
Look, like Ron just said, that's boo-boo face. You ain't really going to want to do that. All right. And the other thing is this. We're going to talk about Terry Fontenot because I understand people trying to say, Terry, he's a good man. He did such a good job with this salary cap. C-Dub, don't be so mean to Mr. Terry. Mr. Terry, it's not his fault that he's worked with incompetent white people. Okay, look, I appreciate all that. 5 losing seasons. All right, let's just throw that out there. And if you work real hard and get to 8-9, last I checked, that's still a losing season.
Mm-hmm.
You traded your first round pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this when the trade went down. Another me tooting my own horn. My horn is ready to play because I said my horn is ready to play. I have been tooting. Okay. I've been tooting the band.
Okay, your horn was ready. Okay.
Yeah, the horn now. No. Something else later, but that's for the ladies. But anyway, all right, and that's for Miss Kari Ursay, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway,
hi, I'm here. I'm the L in CLR. This is gonna be the CR show because I don't know how to feel.
Hey, look, I love me some Kari, man. I love me some Kari. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'll be saying that a lot too. I'm looking at the projected pick. It's so far at a top 10 pick. Here's the deal. Do I think Pierce is a player that we're going to be able to build around? Yeah. I think him. I think Jalen Walker. You made some really good draft picks this past draft year. What about Troy Anderson? What about Jamie Mayfield? Richie Grant? Oh, we don't want to talk about those guys, do we? We don't want to talk about the bums that are still on the sideline. I mean, I could remind you about a few good of them. Mr. Ritter. Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
When the last time we seen Troy Anderson? Oh yeah, he had Grady Hospital.
Yeah, Mr. Grady or Mr. IR. This man stays rehabbing to the point that even Raheem was like, when they asked him, he's like, I think he's rehabbing. We don't know. Who's Troy? Anyone know who Troy is? Look, that man's, yeah.
That put his face on milk carton.
And the milk went bad, and they had to throw the carton away.
Right.
But my thing is this: when you trade your first round pick, you need to make an effort to get that thing literally down as a playoff team. Because if you miss, and I get why you got, my thing is this: I wouldn't have done the trade because I would have taken Mike Green. That's the guy I thought about. But I like what I see in James Pierce. It's not personal. This is just me as, Chris Clavel talking about, C-Double watching football. I liked Mike Green better than I did James Pierce, but James Pierce is really showing some things. And under the right defensive coordinator, understand I'm saying that for a reason, these two boys, when they're on the field, make things happen. Get me a coordinator that can work with that talent. I feel like when I see those guys, I want to play that scene from The Waterboy. All right, guys, play together, play hard, play as a team. these guys are not the only good players on this team. We all can do something. They all go to the field. Pierce, Javon, come here. These boys can't do crap. I need y'all to make a play. Come on, just save my career, for God's sakes. That is what you hear in the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
And yet we can't get we just get 3 and outs. The defense, it's sad because, man, over 500 yards, and you're just like, oh my God. But then you get 7 sacks. You got the 2, turnovers. This defense is doing things we wanted to do last year. But we can't enjoy it because we got an offense now that's all of a sudden dropped the transmission. And you're trying to, get the first down. You can't even get the damn thing in gear.
Forget the trend. Forget dropping. They shit.
Yeah, that thing fell apart.
That's threw that shit on the ground. That's a bow, motherfucker.
Like, goddamn, dude, I told you to wait. Let me hook this thing up. Oh, my bad. I'm going to go get me a sandwich. Raheem, get back over here. You made this mess. Jeff Ulbricht's like, I don't even have enough duct tape for this. Oh, fuck. Let me find the J.D. Bertrand. And that's where you go. See, now here's my thing. So I'm going to go back to Terry. You made that trade. And then let's look at the roster, shall we? Your receivers. After Raheem decided to, tell Ray his performance wasn't good, which is rare because after week 3, when the Panthers, spanked that booty.
Mollywop.
Yeah, and I just noticed our receivers haven't really had much production except for Drake London. Is it just me? Is it just Drake and Drake only? Because homeboy he's like the OnlyFans now. He's the only one that gets attention.
But the problem is we got receivers on the practice team.
Yep.
They need to come up, but they out here trying to get other wide receivers. You don't even know what you got on the practice team, but you coming. Oh, we worked out.
We got Chris Blair and Nick Nash.
Right.
Nick Nash led the college in receptions, in yards, touchdowns, and we can't find a place for him.
Make sense, right?
I mean, and here's another one, Chris Blair. Every preseason, that man has always tried to make plays. He has been Johnny on the spot, and we don't.
But
yeah,
we bring in other wide receivers.
Jamie Rager, yeah,
right,
and some other no names.
Right, you bring in other wide receivers, but the Chris Blair, the other one you just talked about on the practice team, and you don't want to bring them up for what? Because you're in your feelings.
This team and this because and then Raheem. And Ladarius, you could also talk to me about this because, I understand. Me and Ron, well, hold on. This is what I'm going to say. I understand. Me and Ron, I know for a fact, we talk about this. We want a guy that's going to get in your face, that's football-minded, that's going to, be like, look, man, shake you. Like, let's look at what, I can't, all of a sudden, Mike Grable, sorry. My brain went floopy. So, Mike Grable, on the sidelines, you think he's yelling at the team, but he's literally telling the team, don't you get stuck in this. Go ahead and deal with it, and then let's get back on this field and make plays. Like that. And then look at some of the brain, the game calling they did. They kneed down on the first down of a go-to-go action, called a timeout with 2 seconds, ballsy move, and you throw the touchdown to Diggs. And, right there, it's like this. That's the coaching advantage. Mike Grable provides an advantage. He may not be great, but my God, he does. Him, Sean McVay, I'm trying. I was going to say LaFleur and the Philadelphia coach, but after watching that 10-7 game, man, I'm going to pull back on that one. But and then you got guys that just give you advantage like Josh Allen, because the more and more I'm watching the Bills, the more and more I'm looking at Ron going, you might be the prophet on this one, because that coach got to go.
Mm.
I know. I just said it. Look, did I just say? I just said it. Calm down. Look at you. I know you, bro. I ain't done the show with you for 4 weeks, but I know. I mean,
it's funny you said that, because man, I was watching the game. I thought about the same thing.
I watched that Bills in Miami game, and in my head I'm going, how the hell do you get beat by Miami? And then I'm going, well, wait a minute, the Falcons got beat by Miami, but hold on, that's the Falcons. The Bills should not be in our character.
Then I said,
Oh, that was the other thought that went through my mind. It's like the first thing was like I just said, and then the next thought was, oh God, Ron's just probably watching with a smile. See, folks, look, Ron's got a that is judgmental. And then when Ron gets one that is devilish and evil, it's the one you just saw. I mean, dear Lord, dude, the amount of things I've heard. So, but yeah, I look at this team and I look at Raheem. But now let's talk about the real problems, because Raheem's the problem as a head coach. Zach sucks as an offensive coordinator. We can say that here and there. We can agree to disagree with Terry Fontenot, and we'll talk about Terry. Yeah, go ahead.
The real problem, me and you talk about it all the time, and look, it's starting in the front office.
Yeah, and now that's where I was going.
Right. Off the plane.
Yeah.
I think me and you talk about this a little bit the other day. Do, all joking aside, do Arthur Blank really know about football?
No. I think that's a fair question. I'm not going to say he doesn't love it, but here's what I'm going to ask.
No.
Let me ask it this way. Is it time for Arthur to let the sun come on in?
Right. Yeah.
Because, the last year or so, and Ladarius definitely can come on in just because I want to hear his thoughts on it too. We've seen Josh around, and everyone's like, every time we talk about Josh Blanks, people have this look of, oh man, Josh is like this little kid. No, he's a grown ass man, folks. I mean, let's get that straight. He's a grown ass man. I haven't jumped in live with y'all since my Niners beat that. Yeah, hey, look, dude. We just talked about that game, so we understood that one. But hey, look, I'll take your defense coordinator. But anyway, so here's what I want to bring up. I talk about Carly Ursay, and I love what Carly has done, because she has basically taken a moment where someone could be like, I don't know what I'm getting into, or I know what I'm getting into. I've worked in the offices and stuff. I need to get in this knee deep and understand, so I don't waste millions of dollars. I don't waste years of the fans. And no, I like so. Hey, look, Salah's going to be getting a whole lot of offers. I don't give a dang what anybody says. That man should have been a head coach after he got let go. I don't care what anyone said. But anyway, I'm looking at what Carly Ursay did, and I'm very impressed with her. And I love that you see her taking notes. I love that she has the headsets on. She's listening. And the best thing you see, you don't really know she's there. You don't really know. It's not like she's with the coach going, hey, look, what the fuck were you thinking? Although we make the joke of we wish people would do that, but, or we would do that. But she really, she's doing that. And what I love, and I love that about her. And that's what made me go, I have a way to fix this. Because I'm watching her and I'm going, why can't Josh do that? I would have Josh, not with this coach stuff. They're fucking idiots. But hold on, Josh be like, what the blue fuck are these guys doing? Damn, man, my Madden game is better than this. Jesus Christ. But I'm gonna have to talk to somebody after this. Need a drink after seeing this play.
Right.
But would love. This is my plan, and I think it's the only way to fix the Falcons, in my viewpoint. It's what, and you said it. Clean it all the way down. All right. I would have Josh be in charge. I would have Josh look at his dad and be like, "Look, I'll do this, but I'm going to be on these sidelines. I'm going to be taking notes. I want to make sure I understand what they're doing.
What?
I'm not playing this game of wasting our money on a bunch of idiots because, I'm looking at you. You kind of done that. Hold on. And you point to Kirk Cousins when you say it.
Yeah.
All right. And then at that point, let him hire his guy. Arthur, you had Rich McKay. I don't want Skeletor. I want my guy. And I brought up a couple of names. Name number one was homeboy Louis Riddick.
Right.
But my other name, and it sounds crazy, but if you did it right, I think he would take it. Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah.
Because that man, if you really want to know how to build something, go to Ozzie. Go to the Wizard of Oz. And let's bring him in. Let him, and what you're doing, he would be like your czar of football. He would be teaching Josh football, the operations, the way you want to build your team, the way you want to construct your team. And then they can look and have a legit coaching or a GM hire. And yes, I'm saying you got to let the GM go. Look, 5 losing seasons. You've done a trade where it cost a first-round pick. Terry, look, love you, babe, but sorry, it ain't here. I mean, you tell me how many times you can screw up 5 years and then get a 6-year chance. And not only that, if we go get a new coach, don't you want a new GM to basically go, we're starting fresh? Because I think that's the best way to go. That's my opinion. Hold on. I'm giving y'all my little review, and then if you guys want to add to it or do what you want, that I want to hear y'all's thoughts, because I want to hear how would you fix this issues that we've had. So I would definitely hire a GM, because I don't think Ozzie would want to be a GM, but I could see Ozzie working with Josh, teaching him about football operations, football building. And then you go hire the GM, and then you let the GM hire the coach.
Right.
And then when you come out, Josh needs to come out and go, look, I took it over for Dad. He ain't dead, but, we wanted to make sure we get this thing on track, and we will. And this is my czar of football, Ozzie Newsome, Snead from the Rams. You could whoever you want,
Right.
but you have that person, and then you're going, okay, I think Ozzie Newsome would be perfect. You go, and because of his style and everything.
Right.
And then you go, and then like I said, you go find a GM, let him find a GM. And then that GM, you got to tell him, hey, you and the coach are going to make this work. We're going to help you. We'll give you whatever you need, but you got to show us what you're doing. Just talk to us. But we're going to we'll be your soundboard, but you guys make those moves. You get the coach you want, you get the GM you want, and at least you have given the fans the envisionment that we are now under a different realm. We're under a different regime. So how would you fix the Falcons from the up to even the coaches? But I'm bringing front office in this too, because I think everybody has. I think this damn team needs a damn enema.
Right.
So go ahead, Ron.
Let me say this. Rich McKay, you be the first one to go, motherfucker. AKA Skeletor. You got to go. You be the first one on the chopping block. 2, I bring in Louis Riddick.
Yeah. Okay.
Me personally,
as your czar, as your guy to teach you football. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead then.
No, at that and the GM.
No, that's fine. I'm asking. I wanted to know.
Right. I got a list of names of OCs and coaches if you want the go down the list.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me your coaches, and then I'll hit mine after Ladarius. But who would if so? Your GM, he says, okay, this is the guy. Louis Riddick goes, okay, I've interviewed my guys. Here's who I'm hiring.
Right. Brian Flores.
All right, and he would be your head coach.
Be my head coach.
All right.
My OC, it would be Dan Patrick from Cincinnati. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Because,
interesting name, but yeah, go ahead. Tell me why.
well, I say him because he worked with Joe Burrow.
Burrow, and then you've seen him with Flacco and all the other quarterbacks. Yeah, he has a reputation. He does.
He got a reputation. He basically fits quarterbacks. Basically.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Cincinnati defense ass, but the offense they score points.
I got you. So you're basically thinking Brian Flores can easily manipulate the defense, making sure the defense is buttoned up as well as his whoever his guy is. Gotcha.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And who our OC assistants here right now?
I don't want any of them, but
yeah, they all know.
Yeah,
every last single one.
Y'all got to go. You don't have to. Y'all don't have to stay, but you got to get the hell on out.
If you even look at me crazy, oh yeah, you're going to. You're going to. You been here for how long? Oh yeah, you're going to, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I don't even know your name, and you don't.
Oh my God!
You gone. I don't care. You been over and tie your shoe. You gone. I don't care if you sneeze. You gone too.
Even if you sneeze.
Hey, I feel when I say clean the house, I'm cleaning the house.
He getting underneath the cracks and the crannies.
Right. I'm cleaning the house. Zach Robinson, you gone.
Yeah.
Raheem Morris, hey, the baby powder on standby player. On standby.
It's on that standby. He don't play, folks. That man has had that baby powder waiting.
So, I mean, I be bringing in people that got experience in the areas we need. And that's why I said that name, the OC from Cincinnati, Dan Patrick.
Okay.
He got a lot of experience. He been Joe Flacco. Yeah. Soon look. Soon Cincinnati tell Joe Flacco, yeah, we don't need you. Okay, come on, Joe.
Kind of would love to have Joe. I'm not even gonna lie. If you tell me if he wants to play football again, I'm putting him as my backup. Yeah,
my backup. And you to teach my quarterback. And by the way, when you retire, you to come up for us. Help my quarterback for the future. You to be the OC.
Man, look at LeBron. He's coming up with everybody. He's like, hey, I got a job for you. Got a job for you.
You to be the quarterback. What do you call it?
Quarterback coach.
Yeah, we got a job right here for you. He know defense. He's seen every defense in the league.
No, I like the idea, and like I said, if you let's say it's not Louis Riddick, but let's say you did get like a my guy Ozzie Newsome. That's another. That would be a bond right there because of his start.
Right. All the people I name them, they got experience. That's what we missing.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Robinson don't got no experience. shout out to the eye test, John.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Robertson, he training on the job.
Yeah. He be training. And he
So,
burning all the food too.
right. So, I'm not going to let you cook go buy the food, then you mess up the food. Hell no. You be another one. Get the F on too.
Mm-hmm.
Start looking at
I would love to see you handle a meeting.
I'll be buying the moving truck. You know what? Y'all don't even pay y'all stuff up. I will give you money. I will give you money. Just take your family. I will give you money to get the F on.
Wow. I like Devin's little suggestion here. Think about this: to hire John Schneider for the GM, the one that did the Legion of Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have hire Saleh, and then as the head coach, running the defense also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then or you could just let him pick somebody. Or at that, if you get Robert Saleh, the best thing I would say about him is you could also be able to bring in Ulbrich back. And Ulbrich would definitely work under him because he worked with him in the Jets.
Right.
You know, but then you have Dayball to work with because Ron's been screaming for Dayball and has experience with Cousins. Look, Cousins ain't going to be lasting after this year. Cousins will be gone.
He gone. The last game, our last game. Oh, give me your keys to the to get in the front door. You gone.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's get to Ladarius. I want to hear his thoughts on this. So, Ladarius, you there?
Yeah, no one would hear my thoughts. I think Ron covered everything.
No. I got to hear what Ladarius thinks. Like, if you
could
fix this team. No. I do. It's been over 4 weeks, my man. You got to give me some knowledge, man. I got to have your input.
There's encyclopedias, the internet. There's a lot of
No. But they will not give me the Ladarius take. All right, and I need the Ladarius take.
All right, I signed up with Encyclopedia Britannica to put my thoughts.
If I could make a graphic, I would. It would be it's time for Ladarius's take. So, but yeah. So, I want to know, bro, if you could fix this Falcon team. And let's say, and I'm saying, go ahead and start from the owner. You can start from, go ahead, Ron. Start from the owner, start from the coach, or owner, Rich Decay. You know how you would take care of that, and then move on to the other guys. You know, how would you build the staff? Who would be your dream work with?
I like starting in the front office, and as much as I like Terry. Probably moving on from him might be the option. As much as I like him, and I think he'll land somewhere, some capacity in another front office. But I think when you hire a general manager, you go to a franchise, an organization that has success. And so one of the names that comes up to my mind, I have to remember the name, I have to look at it, is that I will go look at Ray Agnew. I will look at him. He works with the Detroit Lions, and I believe he's the assistant general manager there under Brad Holmes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think if you look at the blueprint of how the Detroit Lions have built that roster, think about this: they traded away, arguably the greatest quarterback in their franchise history, Matthew Stafford, to get Jared Goff, and they got a nice hefty return, but they've made moves on this roster. They turned around a Lions franchise that was already one of the worst franchises in the National Football League for quite some time. And the fact that they built around this roster is a credit to Brad Holmes, a credit to that front office. That would be, and for all the reports that I've read and seen, Ray Agnew has a Ozzie Newsome type personality. He's Ozzie Newsome-esque. And because I tell people, I say, you want to know who the final first round pick that Ozzie Newsome made? You want to know who it was? It was some guy named Lamar Jackson. and he
Yeah.
traded back into the first round to get Lamar Jackson. And I think that Lamar Jackson guy's career turning out pretty good,
Yeah.
pretty good. So I would kind of start there, look at the Rags, go look at the Chiefs, or look at the like go make this search comprehensive. And from the ownership perspective, if you want to have Josh involved, I would not be upset at it because we've seen across sports where, listen, Hank Steinbrenner stepped in for his dad, George Steinbrenner. We've seen that,
Yeah.
and it's not terrible. So could Josh have more of a role? Sure, I wouldn't be upset at that. I think from a consistency standpoint, I would kind of move on from Rich McKay. As
Yeah.
much as Rich McKay is well respected, I think when you look at who's been the constant throughout the Falcons' ups and downs, or specifically the downs,
Yeah.
it's been Rich McKay. And you can only hide for so long. Like you can oh, that guy still works there? Yeah, he does. And so I would kind of look in there, and if from the head coach perspective, I think it's very interesting. I think you can go a lot of different ways. You could go the way of I'm big on Brian Flores simply because he was right about Tua, and we didn't want to believe it.
Yeah.
And people were saying, "Oh, you just can't coach Tua. It's Tua's fault." No, Tua's a good quarterback, but Tua has shown maybe Tua's not the franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because you got a great offensive mind and Mike McDaniel, and it seems that it's hit and miss down there. And they fired their general manager, and it looks like barring a momentous turnaround, it looks like Mike McDaniel will be at the door at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, Brian Flores could coach. I
Yeah.
think Robert Saleh could coach because think about this: is that for the Jets job specifically? Think about two of their head coaches are now, to me, well, I look at Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles was the head coach of the New York Jets. They ran him out. Why? Because
Yeah.
they didn't have a quarterback. The defense. If you go look at the defensive numbers, they weren't terrible. They didn't have a quarterback to save their life.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Todd Bowles goes to Tampa, quarterback, and look at Tampa's defense. Despite whatever people may feel, Tampa Bay is one of the best teams in national football.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh went to the Jets. Great defense. Once again, constant thing for the Jets. Didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So we could blame personnel and whatnot. So I would look at Flores. I would look at Saleh. If you want to go offensive route, you can look at Joe Brady for the Buffalo Bills, who's going to get a lot of interest, not only just from the NFL but from college as well,
Yeah.
especially the
Exactly.
LSU. LSU's a mess. That's a whole different conversation for another
Yeah.
day. That feels like an ESPN 30 for 30. But
For my family.
I'm just saying this about. I know it's a Falcons centric podcast. Let me tell you something. LSU, when you hired Brian Kelly, who laughed? Notre Dame laughed because
Yes.
they're like good. They're like, okay, we can't fire a guy who wins 10+ wins. So how do we get rid of him? Oh, he'll take the LSU job. And he go back and look at Brian Kelly and like the pictures he took, those odd pictures he took with the recruits. That let me know he never fit in with the fan base. He never fit in, but that's a different. But once again, back on track. So I would look at
Yeah.
Joe Brady. If you want to stick with the offensive route, another coach that I would kind of look for. I don't know necessarily if they're ready, but we've seen. I don't know if I've seen enough, but I would kind of if I do go to college. I'm not saying the Falcons should go get a college coach because listen, that Petrino thing scarred me. We're not gonna get into that. That's gonna anger me even worse.
I will say if there was a college coach, there's only one college person I would want, and that would be Kirby Smart. That's it. That's the only coach. Him or Nick Saban. That's it.
And the thing is, I would also throw in, and I think it would fit more for the Giants. I think Lane Kiffin's a name to look out for.
Oh,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about Lane. I
Because-
totally
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah.
Once again with Lane. Oh no, that's okay. Here's the thing with Lane Kiffin. Remember when he was the head coach of the Raiders,
Yes.
and,
Yes.
Yeah.
and he was basically saying, "Don't draft Jamarcus Russell." How
Yeah.
does he know that? Because Lane Kiffin was, I believe, at USC.
Yeah.
So he was in college. He was in coaching in college. He saw like, oh, he had a great Sugar Bowl against Notre. He said, "Don't draft him."
Yeah.
Right.
He did, and I love the Raiders. I really do. Like I have a soft spot for the Raiders, and that was just like a huge swing and a miss. But Lane Kiffin, I know he has a reputation. That would be a name to look out for. I don't know if the Falcons job would interest him, but I think the Giants job would make a little bit more sense. But from the Falcons perspective, I would look at Saleh, I would look at Flores, and I would also kind of look at Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the name to look out for because look how he came in and turned around. Like Sam Darnold had no business being this good.
Mm-hmm.
No business. No
Yeah.
business. And we're legit having a conversation like this. Could the Seahawks be Super Bowl? It's a conversation. It's a
Right.
conversation. I'm not saying put it in ink, put it in blood, but it's a conversation.
Sam Darnold looks
Yeah.
really good right now.
And if you bring in Clint Kubiak, because this hire should be the hire to help Michael Penix, because we've seen teams hire specifically to turn around whether defense, offense, or specific position. Clint Kubiak could turn around Michael Penix. He could help him and develop and grow.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if we like defensive, like you could go. I think if you're a head coach, if you want to keep anybody on the staff, you keep Jeff Olbrich. And I think if you hire Robert Saleh, Jeff would stay.
Yeah.
Because it was mentioned that his work with the Jets, and they had great continuity with the Jets. Even though Ulbrich was the interim coach, when Saleh got fired, they still had a great relationship there. So my concern about if we move on, you have to have a front office that's dedicated to building around Michael Penix Jr., not just from the player perspective, but from the personnel perspective. From the coaching perspective, surround him with people who understand, who can help him build and help him be the best. Like I'm telling you, Michael Penix Jr., given the right, you can say about any quarterback, but give them the opportunity to see it. Because the reason why we see so many busts that maybe are not necessarily like look at Daniel Jones, go look at Sam Darnold, go look at Baker Mayfield. They were terrible. The coaching staff were terrible. But heaven forbid you surround them with great coaching. Oh my God. It maximizes the potential. So imagine if we surround Michael Penix with a modicum, a little bit of personnel that can help him grow. Because I go back to that press conference, that's a damning indictment of Raheem Morris, Shaq Robinson, and Kirk Cousins. If you needed tape, if this was a trial, you needed evidence to fire someone, just run that.
Yeah.
Because the quarterback is the face of your franchise, and he's telling you, I have to go outside of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's like if you are married, and it's like, oh, I have to go outside the marriage for other stuff. That's not good. The marriage is cooked. Okay? Everything in that house, it should be there. Okay? You don't be going to Walmart, and now Walmart don't have something. Yeah, you go to Piggly Wiggly. That's fun.
Lord,
don't be leaving your house to go somewhere else when everything should be in your house. Okay, you shouldn't be asking other coaches when you're an NFL and you have coaches.
Well, he could look at his OC where his OC talks to other coaches going, hey, how's our offense looks?
Right. How my offense? Do you like it?
It's just like back in school, like, oh, do you like me? Check yes or no. It's like, what are you doing? Bro, that's high school.
You said this kindergarten there.
It's like, respectfully being I remember that going to school like, oh, do you like, for God's sake, listen, it's like the George Strait song. It's like check yes or no. Like, what are we doing?
Why are we putting maybe in here? I said yes or no.
What?
Oh, maybe no. It's that. How can you not watch that and go? This man had to go outside of his house to get people to help him, and he's in the NFL. That's like if someone in your house, if your significant, whatever, you could be man or woman. The man could be the cook, woman could be. I don't care. Gender roles are, women can cook, men can cook, everybody can cook. Let's assume that. Okay, if the person you're with is supposed to be a chef and your ass is going to McDonald's, that's not good.
Musa.
Woosa.
It's like, oh, how often do you go to Uber Eats or DoorDash? 3 times a week? What? That's a Friday thing. That's a like you don't feel like cooking thing. Michael Penix had to go outside of his house to get help.
Musa.
Hey, coach.
Clear the coaching thing.
Hey, coach. Yeah. So how you doing? Oh yeah, I miss those plays. Could you like tell me a few of those plays?
It literally sounds like a part of an Usher song in the 2000s. All right, like, hey, baby. What do you do? Like, gotta let it burn. Like, no, it's gonna burn for me to say this. No, it's coming from my heart. You're damn right it is.
Brian Grubbs calls him. Look, I've been watching your feet. You need to work on your feet work there, babe.
Yeah.
Right?
Then he said Musa.
Yeah. He's like, hey, don't worry, baby. I got you.
And it's like, and everybody's okay with this? And everyone's around like, what okay with this? This man is shopping for groceries outside. We're okay with this? Come on.
Brian, it's going to be hell of awkward when Brian Grubbs comes in for that offensive coordinator job. He's going to walk in and be like, oh, I have a great relationship with Michael Penix. I've been talking to him last year, about his feet work and his mechanics.
You know,
he had a left bunion issue, right?
Yeah. Alexa, play Confessions Part 1 and 2. Like, that's literally the plot right there. Come on. These are my confessions. Just when I saw a quarterback. Like, what are we doing? Like, I know we got off on the tangent, but to put a button on this, the goal is to surround your quarterback. He's the face of your franchise. He should be the CEO of the team, not the head coach, because your CEO, he's the face. He's doing the press conference, and we're judging your quarterback. And I like Michael Penix. I really do. And whatever the hell he's getting out there, that press conference, if that was a trial, Raheem, Zach, and Kurt would all be guilty. Ain't no plea deals around here.
That's it.
Because that's an indictment of them.
They'll be like, oh, y'all get life, motherfuckers.
Your quarterback should not be leaving your house to go anywhere. All the ingredients should be in your house.
Why you want to go to McDonald's? I can make hamburgers. I can make hamburgers better than McDonald's.
Yeah, he's like, no, you can't make them like Ronnie Love can make them. Apparently, I guess put that sauce and that cheese or whatever the hell you doing something different to that burger.
Hold on. Ryan Groves calls. Hey, Michael, I got that hamburger you like. Oh, man. I miss that thing, man.
Mm-hmm. He'd be like, good time.
And then you see Zach peek in, and they go right in there. Like, what? It's like, no, it's not all right. It's like, you see, like, Penix like slam the door. Zach, it's like a soap opera. I watch it.
I'm on out of this relationship.
You don't know me like Ryan does. Like,
Ryan won't let me use the pistol. He says it's restricting my movement.
Ryan said I formation. He said shotgun. Pistol ain't for me. I'm not a pistol man. And you should know this, Zach. I've known you. Oh, God, you don't even know me. He slams the door, gets in his car.
Stop calling me Kurt.
And then you see like where he's peeking out of his office like in a clear glass, like he's J.R. Ewing or something.
Hold on. If we're gonna do Raheem, you gotta do it right.
Let me do it.
Just look around. Okay, everything's clear. All right, Zach, you're doing a great job. Keep it going, baby.
Zach, why are you crying? He said he didn't love me anymore.
It's okay. Kurt doesn't love you. Walks away. Kurt's going to cookout. He don't love you.
He left me some Kohl's cash. What? He said something about, hey, coach, get some new khakis. I don't know what that means. I think he's saying your pants are tight. I think that's what he's saying. I'm just saying, I heard Kohl's had a deal, $29.99.
Showing
2
off
for
the-
$2.
He said they're extra short so they can show off those cankles.
Yeah. He said he's trying to be like Raheem. That skinny
He's like,
thing.
and he's like, can I? And he said, do they sell cocoa butter? And then everybody walked off separately. And everybody,
And then Jeff Albert's like, are we going to talk football?
What? In the day now?
what we're talking about for the last half hour? What? That wasn't football. In the way it was.
Jeff,
A lot of balls got kicked. So yeah.
I need to get this bubblehead out off the team. JD Bertrand, what the hell? How did y'all find this idiot? I've been lied to the media.
Yeah, he's at the. What do you mean he's at the concession stand? You know this close, right? But to put a button on the point.
Yeah.
I really do feel that if you make, like I said, I like Ray Agnew. I love Devin John Snyder and the way he built. Get somebody in there who has a plan.
Yeah.
And it's like meaning that when you interview them, ask them what their vision is for the team. What do they see? That maybe if you're Arthur Blank, maybe it's something that you're not seeing. Maybe there's something they see that you don't. How do they perceive Michael Penix? How do they perceive what are they going to do to help Michael Penix? How are they going to continue? How are they going to fix? How are they going to do the offense? Get people when you interview. Sometimes it's about the right questioning. It's about the questions you ask. Like if you've been, we've all been on interviews and we've been asked questions, but it's been specific questions that were key to whether you got the job or not. Because they can ask you 10 questions and maybe only 3 are the ones they're looking for at the core. It's so weighted that the other questions are just like, oh, hi, where are you from, blah, 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 whatever. But like they ask you, like, what do you envision yourself? Like 5 years? Ask the potential general manager, where do you see this team in 5 years? Where do you see this franchise directionally? Where do you see Michael Penix? What can you do? What are you going to do to help Michael Penix? Because whatever that is in the front office is not it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I keep pointing to that press conference I saw with Michael Penix and then went, this man left the house to get help. Okay? Even when you watch a Lifetime movie, you're like, oh, that's not good. Like
his fiance looks at him, baby, go do you. Go out.
He said, help me, please.
And then they're telling you to go out the house, and then someone's sneaking in to replace you. It's like, what?
he got a radio playing the replays of his when he was good in Indiana.
He said, I was so good at this time.
Remember me in Washington? Remember that throw? I made you a doomsday? Here it is. For God's sake, here it is.
I don't like it.
Hey, finish this 4:30 morning. Get the cat.
Oh my God!
Got a meeting at 6 a.m.
So by the way, the Falcon Chat, I think it is called, or Falcon Sports Chat, I think it is. I gotta find it, but the guy's name is Moose that covers them this year.
Yeah.
If you watch in the beginning of the year, he had hope.
Yeah.
He had belief, and it's so beautiful to see it all taken away with not even a full year. This man is ready to buzz cut freaking Ryan and Zach. He starts off every show. Are they gone yet? Are they gone yet?
I'll be like, welcome to the team.
I know. He's honorary us, man. If I can find a way to get him on the show, I will, because he is awesome. I just love how angry he is about it. I mean, he's dropped F-bombs and everything. 680 The Fan, they interviewed, what was it? Rich Decay. And, man,
Lord.
that if you heard that, Ladarius, did you ever hear that, by the way?
What? Rich.
Rich on the 680 the show?
I saw it. I don't know if I heard the whole clip.
Well, let me put it. It's like 15 minutes, but my God, it literally you could just listen for the first 5 minutes, and you'll just be like, "This man's put his foot in his whole mouth repeatedly."
And
we'll put something smooth on that foot to keep it in there that long.
how long y'all been knowing me?
Ron, we've known you for about 3-4 years now.
And that basically,
we met watching the cock. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
look, that much.
I mean, you were very into it too. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
basically, they said what I've been saying. They said what I've been saying about Rich McKay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toot.
Calm down about the cock. Wait, anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
They're like this motherfucker don't know shit about the Falcons.
Ladarius, my favorite part in that whole thing that they did was the guy Nick Cellini basically looking at the dude and going, "Rich, what do you do here?" I don't know. It's like are you the Wizard of Oz? What are you doing there?
When you get your paycheck, what does it say?
Dude, it say jackass for 200.
If I go to your office on your plaque, has your title. What does it say? Like, what do you? That's pretty bad. If someone asks you what do you do here,
yeah,
that's never good. Just like, hey, Penny's going out and getting groceries elsewhere, that's not good either.
He said, "I just hear something just fine."
And the only time he got upset, or you could tell he got aggravated, is when they asked, "Does Blank get mad, or is he okay with losing?" I'm like, they hit homeboy with uppercuts.
Hey, I would have had time to.
So yeah, that interview is like so good, and like I said, I'll find it. It's still on their page, but yeah, if you could eviscerate somebody on an interview, that's what they did, and I just died laughing.
So basically, it's kind of the equivalent of what John Cena did to Roman Reigns about the promo. Well, kind of is it along those lines? Because if that's the case,
I don't know. I think Rich did. I think Rich left with sad face. I will say this. I'm just going because the Monday before they talked about if we could get a hold of him, or like if this happens, he knows that we're not going to BS this. We're coming straight at him, and we're not pulling punches.
Yeah. And
he walked in like nothing, like nobody said anything to him.
Yeah, I was at the early bird special, so I couldn't do this interview.
Well, we were going to talk about Arthur Blank right here. Look at all the great things he's done. Yeah. We will. Don't worry about that. We need to ask you some questions there, dummy.
What? I wish I was there. I'd be like, you motherfucker.
Oh, you know what, Devin? That's even better with the Rock right on his head. That
was awesome. Yeah, that was
basically anything with Cena, like that. Like there's certain Cena master classes. That one, the Roman Reigns one, like, even the Austin Theory one was good too. It's like John Cena, like we're gonna miss that. And you know what?
John, let's put it this way: if he was in a feud where he could literally set your soul on fire, that's probably the best promos you'll ever hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't give a damn. Oh,
I wish I was there. I'd be like, your 4 hour ass, what do you do for the Falcons?
Or or Becky. Or no, oh, that would be great. That would be great. Like if the new coach comes in, oh, like if the someone new comes in and like the Becky Lynch promo with Nikki Bella, he'd
Uh-huh.
be like, oh, and you were supposed to, you can't see him. Oh, like whoever from the old regime is there, they're still working there. Oh,
Look at Arthur. You can't see no more decay.
Mm-hmm.
Say goodbye to Rich McKay.
no,
My safety blanket.
get a blanket, pal.
Mm-hmm.
With Schroeder, pal. This ain't
So-
peanuts, pal.
So if I had to line up my offensive coordinators, I think I would also include one name, and I've actually said it while with Ladarius's awesome rendition and imagery of Michael Penix sneaking out of the house in the new Usher video. But I actually would look at trying to find out if Ryan Grubbs wants to be an offense coordinator for the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
He's now coaching for Alabama, but hey, man, we've had Alabama coordinators here, and I'm not saying it would be like. See, the thing is, the difference between Stark and Mr. Grubbs is I'm letting Grubbs play his offense,
Right. See.
and him and Michael has that relationship. So I would want to, and I just tell him it's about development.
What?
I don't want to see him going to someone's house to talk what he should do when we should be the ones helping fix it.
Also, he don't got no drinking problem.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Also, he don't got no drinking problem. There be no.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. You know, and look, you know, Stark's coming
Is
to
that
Georgia.
Butler Henny? Shut up! I'm coaching.
Hold on. To be fair, though, if Stark was drinking during the Falcons game, we all just look at it and be like, yeah, we all want to do that too.
Yeah.
Listen, that man overcame alcoholism. Ron just bringing it back up.
What's up there, John? We got
What's
John
going
Brooks.
on?
Hey,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we got John Brooks up in the house.
Man, y'all were absolutely right about what y'all been saying, boys. Y'all are absolutely right. I couldn't agree more.
I mean,
It's got to be said.
it gotta be said about time. A lot of people saying what we've been saying.
Well, this is the first year, or let me put it this way, guys. Matt Ryan, love him or hate him, hid so many of these damn warts.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to deal with how stupid Rich McKay, Arthur Blank is, and how, you know, just the front office with Thomas Frost Tips Dimitrov, and
Right.
you know, you had Sergeant Slogan at the time. But after Mike Smith left, the most constant person was Matt Ryan. So, and Matt Ryan was trained by experienced coaches, Mike Malarkey,
Mm-hmm.
you know, who was a player who played quarterback, that, you know, taught quarterback fundamentals. You had, you know, Kyle Shanahan, you had Dirk Cutter, who was in love with screens, but, you know, whatever.
Love
But
him.
I know. But what I'm saying is Matt Ryan was a consistent. We don't have that now. And I'm going to say something very hard that I know a lot of Falcon fans won't want to hear. Who says Drake and Bijan are going to sign a contract? Look, if Bijan's a generational talent, I'd be looking like Saquon did. And look, one red zone touch, one goal line touch. And I'm quoting Raheem last I remember. Oh, he's the best player in football. This is the same thing we were dealing with Julio.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
And wasn't.
yeah. And by the way, I got to say this. When I listened to the press conference, only one man responded the way I really wanted to hear. And that was Drake London. We did nothing. I ain't happy. I'm pissed. We lost.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else wanted to talk about the wonderful trip in Germany. Man, if you don't get that mess out of here. I would have cussed out every reporter if they came up to me asking about, hey, did you like Germany? Hey, you want to take that microphone and feel something up your rectum? Because
Whoa, doctor. Whoa, you a doctor? Unless you got some gloves and you have a jacket on, and you're a doctor.
Hey, don't ask stupid questions. I'd look at them and be like, look, you can talk to me Monday. Talk to me Tuesday. You can ask about my trip.
Question, yes. I bought some Falcons related later hosen, so yes, I did have a great time.
You had Bijan, and it was. I mean, I don't blame them because they're all trying to talk about how great the trip was and everything. But what I'm saying is, Jesus, man, you just got your ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Your offensive, you have recorded 1 third down in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear about how this offense is dynamite anymore. This thing is not. It's a Walmart sparkler. It'll come on for a little bit and go. That's what that is. We have that kind of endurance on offense. So sorry about that, but go ahead, John.
C-Dub, I agree with everything you just said right there, partner. I agree with. I mean, we have no offense. And we are failing MPJ. We are failing this kid. I mean, he even stated it in a presser himself. He has nobody on the sideline to go to. I mean,
he's going to someone else's house.
This kid is
he's leaving the house. I'm done. Okay, sorry. The OC's not even around this kid. He's not talking to this kid. He's not. I mean. And our offense is like you said, C-Dub. Our offense is we're the sparkler that you buy at Walmart. I mean, that's what we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know I'm with you, C-Dub. I know Falcons fans are going to want to hear me say this, but they need to hear this. Mm-hmm. Our offense sucks.
But
I mean, we have nothing to do.
But our OC said he called other defensive coordinators and asked them. You know what he said now? I cannot make this shit up.
No, go ahead. Say it. Because as dumb as it sounds, this grown-ass man says it into a microphone. He had the nerve to be proud of this statement.
Right. He said, how you like my play calling?
It's 2 a.m. Who is this? What?
This? Wait.
Our OC is calling other OCs at like 2, 3 in the morning and be like, "Hey, do you like my play calling?"
Right. That might be loud, John. This was his
do you like me? Check yes or no.
How you like my play calling?
Do you like it?
Do you like it a lot? Did we make
like my pistol, don't you? You think my pistol sexy?
You're from behind. Wait, what? It's 2 a.m. You can't be talking like this. We're talking
yeah. He said he called a lot of defensive coordinators. How you like my play calling?
Who the hell took those calls? I want to know the defense. Who took those calls?
He also said, how good I really look out there with my khaki pants on.
Oh, God.
I got one word for you. Sex.
That's what he said.
Hold on. And then after all that, the defense coordinator goes, yeah, Zach, whatever you do, don't change a thing.
Yeah.
Look, don't run Bijan in the red zone. Don't let him get near that goal line. Don't even, sweeps, screens. There you go. The more screens, the better.
And I like, where's the baby powder at? Somebody. I know somebody. I know it did a joke.
I want to listen to me. We're talking about other files in this country. I want the files and the names of those defensive coordinators who took those phone calls. Take your ass to bed.
I,
You don't.
I,
If you see B. Robinson on your phone, you turn over in your bed and you don't. You let it go to voicemail. And you answer the
I know. I did not hear the man just say this to all the. Oh, how you like my play call?
I'd be like, man, Zach, if you don't take your khaki went to bed, you,
And he was proud of it, John.
They call him on his cell phone.
John, he was so hyped about it at the microphone. How
I
you
know
like
when that obviously that could only mean one thing.
Yeah, I got John back. Don't worry.
me. I wish Zach Robinson would have called me. I'd be like, Zach Robinson, you know what time it is, motherfucker?
Fact.
You and your damn play calling. How about that?
Listen, you're pretty, Zach. I need to go to bed. For God's sake. I gotta be at my kid's recital in the morning.
This is what he said, John. He said this after the game now. After the game.
Man.
He calls him, how you like my play call? The new book that's going to be out is How Do You Like My Play Call?
Right.
There's confession.
This is the kind of OC we got. How you like my play calling? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the morning.
You still wearing them khakis? For God's sake, Zach. I swear to God.
Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the new Falcons LP.
Yeah.
It's burning down the bins.
You call in defensive coordinators at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh, baby.
And you asking them, how do they like your play call?
Stop calling my phone.
And then you have confession. You have Michael Penix singing confessions, talking about his.
Oh man, it has to be raining too.
Yeah. We cannot make this shit up.
Can you stop Jack Robinson from calling? Plays in my phone.
Oh
I
God!
tried to change my number.
Do y'all ever watch? Do y'all ever go back and watch The Simpsons?
From time to time, yeah.
When Homer used to choke the shit out of Bart.
Why is that the first thing Ron talks about?
Ron, that show's been on almost 40 years, but that's the one thing you.
It resonated with Ron. It really touched his soul.
Yeah. It really touched me to the point I wish I was at that.
I just wish Homer had some baby powder from Bart.
And time he walked out the door, I'd be like, Zach Robinson, come in. And then choke the shit out of him right there. Then choke the living shit out of Zach Robinson.
Is there a way we can someone on AI do that for us? Is just have Ron have that moment?
No, stop it. See, stop. You're trying to get us all named in a lawsuit.
No, it doesn't have to be Zach. It could be somebody else.
I wish I was there. I'd be like, Zach Robinson, come in. Hold your playbook. I'd be like, hold your playbook. I know you got one page.
If I had one page of plays.
Zach Robinson, let me see that playbook. Why is there only like 6 plays in this? Run Bijan straight, Bijan left, Bijan right. And they're all
look, time he looked down, I just go for his thought. Be like, come in.
Is this legal? We're gonna find out.
You see the Falcon fan, not just the Falcon fan base, but the media just goes, "Yeah, go ahead and do this, man. Go ahead, please save us." We really don't want to ask these guys any more questions.
I go on the news. They'll be like, Ron Thomas, they choke out Zach Robinson, the OC, and people be high five each other in the background.
Everybody's gonna have the posters and everything going. Ron's free
Right.
Ron.
Right.
Hey, can we get an AI of Homer Simpson and put Ron as Homer Simpson choking Zach Robinson?
Right.
I'm down with that. I'm down with it. If someone could do it, that'd be cool.
Yeah, let me take his name off the show first, and then y'all can do it. I want to know. Take my name off.
No. I want. Hold on. Not just that, but I want Michael Penix leaving the house.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll try to on that. Yeah.
He either in the rain, calling his secret, like, "Hey, boo, what's up? Yeah, coach. What am I doing wrong?" These are his confessions.
He said, can you tell me what I like and what I don't like?
What are you doing up so late? I'm watching the cock. Wait, what? I'm watching Peacock. I'm watching Sunday Night Football. Wait, what? No. Just leave with that.
I'm watching Excellence of Michael Jordan.
I'm watching him talk about load management.
Oh man, that made my heart like skip a beat when he did that. Oh, when he went on Scorched Earth about the load management, I'm like, thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Let me tell you about the load I took on back. Okay, Mike, just stop right there.
Dude, Michael Jordan. It's like any story, Michael Jordan. And then what I love about it is that after the Jordan thing, they have to go to everyone else, and they're all like, "Oh fuck."
We gotta follow that. Oh man, we got.
I love. See, at least Vince Carter, when he looked at the case, like, yeah, I was willing to play every game. I'm like going, Vince did. I could say that with Vince, and then Mello.
Mel's like, no, this is live. Oh man.
Can we start this over again? We're live, pal.
Can we just start over again? I can't, pal. We're live, pal.
Play that music.
I could take on a load. Whoa.
Oh my God. And then the people trying to say, "Oh, Michael's just full of himself. Like he really was nervous about that free throw." I'm like, yeah, that man is nervous. He knows who he is. He's Michael Jordan.
The man was thinking about part of the Space Jam movie before it even happened. He remember his line at the free throw line.
Exactly. And when he shot that free throw, he looked at those kids. Yeah, there you go. That's why I'm great. I'm like, damn. Right.
That's where they seen it, where he dunked with his long arms. That's where it came from. That free throw.
I believe I can fly. So, oh. See, like I said,
we can't legally say the name to sing that song. His name is Laura Lelly, but we still get the point.
But oh my God! But yeah, all I gotta say is, it's like if you haven't, oh my God, I'm now gonna have that thought in my head. Michael Penix, leaving the house.
I just like to contribute to the show anywhere possible. That's all.
My man, that is now going to be the most epic thing ever because, like I said, that was freaking perfect. Let's talk about another little area that me and you chat about. Lamar's coming back. He's won a couple of games in a row. Do we think the Ravens? Do we think that the demise of the Ravens was greatly exaggerated, and now we're about to see them steal this division from the Patriots or the Steelers?
You can go first, John, if you want.
Yeah, John, you there?
I think the Ravens are going to steal the division from the Patriots with Lamar Jackson back. Lamar's been on fire lately, and the guy's playing great football. I just think the Patriots are going to
I'm sorry, not the Patriots, the Steelers, John. My bad.
The Steelers. I think the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are going to steal the division. No, I don't think they're that great of a team because of Arthur Smith. I mean, the dude over there as their head coach. He's not. I mean, we all seen what he was with us. We all seen it. I mean, and I like Justin Fields because he was a dog. He was a bulldog. I like Justin Fields. So if anything, I think Justin Fields will help that team. But I think their head coach is a failure. So,
Well, wait a minute. We're talking about the Steelers, so they have Aaron Rodgers. Fields is playing over at the Jets. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure I was thinking right because I was like, wait a minute. I watched the game.
I got a call from Michael Payne. Give me a second.
They got Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron
Yes, Zach, your offense is great. Yes, the Steelers can't wait to play you. Click.
Tell me what you're going to do. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. The guy is one of the GOATs. I mean, I hate to say it, but he is. I mean, no matter how much he locks himself into a dark room and sings, I'm every woman. But, I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to help that team. I really do.
I'm just, man. But, yeah, I just go back to the Ravens, and it's like, I'm going to be honest. If they don't make it, I still push for John Harbaugh to be fired. I'd still push for John Harbaugh to go somewhere else because I think he needs a new outlet. I think he really does, and I think he would benefit from a new one. Him and Stefanski, those are my guys that. And I'll tell you, if I can get Kevin Stefanski, that'd be one guy I would love to have on my team. Offense coordinator or something, yeah.
If I can get John Harbaugh in here, and if I can get John Harbaugh for the Falcons, that's my guy. I mean, I
had a call from her.
Oh, you're good, brother. So, yeah, so I think that's just something that we've talked about. Now, with the Falcons, real quick, we're going to be going against the Panthers. And I'm serious when I say this. It's not just the running game that I'm concerned about. It's the fact that this, for some reason, if you look at all of Bryce's wins, he gets a good chunk of them from playing the Falcons. It's just that confidence level, whatever. Look, you just got told on with everybody. We got a quarterback who's getting out of the house to talk to other coaches. We've got Drake who's just looking out in the rain. Poor kid. And then you got Kyle who's just Kyle. Because look, after that game, every time everyone's like, "Oh, Kyle Pitts has a lot of potential." Yeah, not here though. I think the best thing is Kyle needs to go just somewhere different. And if he can rebuild his career, fine, but it ain't going to happen here. It's just the damage is so much done in my view.
Okay, yeah, I have wrote the script for Kyle and Penix to be looking at the window in the rain. But okay, that's fine.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, it's almost like, because even Raheem talked about, and look, Raheem's not throwing people under the bus, but he kind of was like just saying Michael or Kyle has to show some effort. And he's like, "Oh, I don't mean show effort, but he has to, bring that energy." And I'm just going, dude, just say it. Stop dancing.
Yeah. No, I like Kyle Pitts. I really do. We talked about this, and I think he would benefit going somewhere else because I can see like the shape. And listen, that doesn't mean Kyle Pitts is a terrible player. I just think that. Given I'm very shocked they didn't move him, or maybe they were offers, especially when Tucker Kraft from the Green Bay went down. I'm surprised that maybe there was a phone call. I don't know, but I just think you could tell where the Falcons are going directionally, and they're thinking long term. Is that we know we have to pay Drake, we have to pay Bijan. And we can't pay Kyle. And we Kyle this season. Look at this season. Ignore the other seasons, but look at this season, and that makes it hard. And I think he could go. He'll go somewhere else. And there are plenty of teams who could use a very viable young. We understand Kyle Pitts is still a young guy.
Yeah.
So he can still go somewhere and maximize it. We've seen it across the league where players, they're not terrible. It's just like financially, it's like. They could go somewhere else and get the money that the team they with. In this case, Atlanta probably wants to, but like when you have guys like Bijan and Drake on your team, and then hypothetically speaking, if you keep Michael Penix, you got to pay your quarterback too. So you have to think long term. Like I talked about earlier, you have to think about like a 3 to 5 year plan because you got to sign those guys within the next 3 to 5 years. And the key talks about franchising them first. That's a great point. And then you had Tyler Algier as well. So and whoever comes in and takes over this team, if it's those are decisions they have to make. And maybe and I'm and listen, I like Kyle Pitts, he deserves to be paid. Maybe it just won't be with the Falcons. If you because the franchise tag for a tight end is not super high as if you're franchising a quarterback or a receiver.
Yeah.
So I agree with what Keith is saying because the franchise tag is important. So we'll see. We'll see that.
Yeah. I will say this. If Kyle went somewhere, I have a couple of teams I think he would really do well for him. And I think the coaching would be phenomenal for him. I would go to New England.
Yeah, New
Work
England.
with Mike Vrabel.
I look at Seattle. I look at Seattle.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping we get the off. I would, like I said, I like the Clint Kubiak. Here's the other thing. Give me an old dog, an old guard coach like Tom Moore. Guys that have been in the league for a good while that know how to coach a quarterback. And so that when someone is struggling, you're not just throwing them on the bench and just waiting for them to get back over to the game. You got a guy, and see that is the issue I have with the Falcons also. Every time you see Michael Penix, he is on the bench and contemplating thoughts and dreams and pondering stuff. Someone needs to be there looking at him going, dude, snap out of it. Okay? Yeah, you screwed up. Let's keep it moving. Let's get this thing going. We got this. Let me show you where you went wrong. It's fine. We're gonna be able to correct this. You don't see any of that. And that's why I went scorched earth on the OC, the quarterback's coach, the passing coordinator, because they're not working on fundamentals. And like Ladarius said at the start of this also, in this hire, you have to prioritize development of the quarterback. Because right now, Michael Penix is in this scary spot. All right. And you have to make a declaration. You got to be able to go, okay. And look, just because I say, and I would love to get you guys' opinions on this, just because I say get Robert Saleh or a Brian Flores, just because you go after a defensive coach, that is not saying forsake development, because they also know, okay, we're going to do more of a ball control. We're going to do something where we can highlight what he does best. And then what we're going to do is, we're going to run the ball. And some people are like, oh, that's so boring. If I'm about to pay a fee to Bijan Robinson, would I be kind of stupid if I don't use him?
Yeah.
I mean, really. So, John, what do you think about that? And then we'll go to Ladarius.
I think the first thing we need is an OC. I mean, because if we're going to be paying these guys, we need to start getting them the ball a lot more. I mean, Bijan is only touching the ball like 1 or 2 times, and Kyle Pitts is barely getting the football. And I mean, Tyler Algier is not being fed enough. We need to feed him. I mean, Tyler Algier is not getting the ball nearly enough touches. I mean, we got to get that dude the ball. The dude can run. We've seen that in the game against the over in Germany. The Duke against the Colts, he can run the football. I mean, we all seen it. I mean, but if we're not going to use him, what are we doing? I mean, the dude is just sitting over there on the bench with MPJ whispering sweet nothings into MPJ's ear. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And I mean, C-Dub, I want to bounce off something you said earlier in the live stream about these contracts with these players. I mean, C-Dub, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think these players are gonna resign. I don't think the guys that have big contracts are gonna resign here. I really don't, because if they see what we see, the writing's already on the wall. I mean,
I if I had my if it's let's talk about that, because that's a good point you're making. And First of all, Dan Reeves brought stability to Michael Vick. We need an old school head coach. I heard that DJ Williams is the first time QB coach. Okay, see, this is another thing. So, see, and this is something somebody said to me too about DJ Williams. All I'm going to say is this: DJ Williams may be good, but you just said it, first time. So why is he not on the field working with the quarterback? Because if he's got experience as like a quarterback assistant or something like that, he should be right there with him. Now, back to the pay issue. The way this is going, I don't know. I like to think Drake would sign, but I'm wondering if you're hearing more. I was going to say promos, but if you were hearing more interviews with Drake, and you're like, man, this is not good. We're in a serious situation. I'm with you. I want to see, because he's the only one that has said anything. And Bijan, yeah, he's happy. He wants to talk about the mustard, wants to talk about how great Germany is. I'm tired of this now. I need some people to get mad, or I need people to be upset about losing, and that's really what I'm saying. I'm sick and tired of the players just ho hum, and I get it. Your coach is like that too, but I don't care about your coach. I need to hear it from you guys because you're the guys I want to see long term. So, Ladarius, what do you say, brother?
We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
I'm back. I'm back, Christy. All right. Go ahead, Ladarius, when the commercial break is over. Hi. I'm Michael Penix. I've been sneaking around quarterbacks.
I've been calling them OC. Our OC's been calling other OCs and asking, hey, do you think my pistol is sexy?
Do you like a dark pistol? Like, wait, what? That feels like a different conversation. I don't feel that's the appropriate path to.
Zach, why do you always want to talk about your dark pistol? You're talking about MG. Yeah, your offense is great. Yeah. Just don't use the white one.
The white one's a little limp. Okay, you know what? I think we're off track here. All right. Anyway, I see in the chat. I see Christy. Hi, Miss Christy. I still want to be on you guys' show. I know we're sometimes we're miscrossing paths, but anyway, back on track. Going back to the signing issue, I think the fact of the matter is, if you ask me which one is more likely to resign, I think it'll be Bishop. Mm-hmm. I think for Drake and the receiver position, we've seen people go after Cincinnati Bengals because literally they paid both T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. So I'm just saying, if a team needs a strong number one receiver, the money is out there for Drake London to get. Or I can see Bijan staying. I really can. Once again, I think because of his versatility, which I think there's more options. Likely that he'll stay. But I think the fact of the matter is, when we look at this conversation overall, we talk about the coaching, and I like what Keith said about Dan Reeves, similar to Mike Vick. Now, when we say bringing the coach, I don't say to bring in an offensive coach, because here's why I say it. Because you look at New England, they brought in Mike Vrabel. Josh McDaniels came back to work. So just because you don't have to have an offensive-minded head coach, if you bring in an offensive staff that has a plan for the quarterback,
amen.
That's ideal, because you can bring defensive coaches in, and they can bring in great offensive staffs. Now, I just feel that right now for Michael Penix, that press conference, this man is not confident. If there's one position on the football field where you need a lot of confidence in, and that's the quarterback position. You need confidence in general, in all your players. All 53 players on the roster need confidence. But if the one player on your team that's not confident is your quarterback, It's not a good look. And you need to bring somebody in. And I think, like I said, I'm very optimistic about Michael Penix.
Yeah.
Bring in a head coach, a veteran head coach, or someone who is, or someone who can work with Michael Penix, because this kid's confidence is shot, and it's nothing, and it's not his fault, because that press conference, like I said earlier in the show, is damning on Raheem Morris,
Yeah.
it's damning on Greg Robbins, it's damning on Kirk Cousins,
It is.
because those are the three people that Michael Penix Jr. were in trust. They were inherent trust.
Yeah.
Just like in our lives, we were supposed to inherently trust someone, and sometimes that trust gets betrayed. Michael Penix feels that way, and I honestly feel that when we look at higher, that, like I said earlier, the priority is to help the development of Michael Penix. For New England, they went out there and it was just getting the roster. Mike Vrabel saw the job Mike Vrabel did with the Titans in his previous job, and somehow he lost that job, and the coach they fired only won 4 games. So for Tennessee, Brian Callahan, the replacement, only won 4 games. Mike Vrabel took the Tennessee Titans, I believe, to the playoffs. Might be hard to believe, but it happened. So you can't tell me that coaching doesn't matter, because it absolutely does. And at the end of the day, the priority of Michael Penix Jr., he needs a coach, a veteran coach in his ear. He needs someone with experience to be in his ear who works with, like you mentioned, the great Tom Moore. Tom Moore has
Yep.
been around this game for decades, you know, and his resume is long in terms of how he was paid man's offensive coordinator in Indianapolis. Now he's
Yeah.
with Tampa Bay, and he's working with Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield looking good. That's not a coincidence. I preach coaching. I say, I may get flack for. I'll probably say it on my show later, but I'll say this: coaching in the NFL hits differently than coaching in the NBA and in Major League Baseball, because it's the amount of games for number one, and it's the impact long term it has. I believe that from the coaching perspective, on the coaching, it matters who you hire. It matters who you bring in. And at the end of the day, I go back and I said this off camera. I'll say it on camera. Arthur Blank was right to pursue Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick would have put together a staff to help develop like who said, oh, he didn't work great with quarterback. Like forget Tom Brady. Like remember, like when remember the COVID year, Cam Newton wasn't terrible. Like bringing staff, bringing people to help this man develop and grow. He needs someone in his ear to exude confidence in him, to maximize him. And quite frankly, Larry, and Curly. I mean, I'm sorry, Raheem Morris, Zach Robinson, and Kirk Cousins ain't doing that.
Mm-mm.
And at the end of the day, like this Panthers game, listen, people say, oh, you say this all the time. If you lose this game, if you lose this game, you're 3-7. Ain't no way on God's green sweet earth can you turn around and go 10-7. How do you justify? Listen, people say, "Oh, we gave Arthur Smith 3 years." Yeah, Arthur Smith, like I'll give him credit. He didn't have a quarterback. He got stuck with Desmond Ritter. He drafted. Hey, dude, who do you want? Like, who do you want? This guy. And his term said they were saying that about Caleb Williams last year. Now he has a coach. Exactly, Sterling. Exactly. I love this
Yep.
chat. Exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
People were writing off Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
They bring in Ben Johnson. People were writing, like I could argue, like Bryce Young. People were kind of somewhat right, and then Dave Canales over time has helped Bryce Young.
People were writing off Drake. May.
Yeah, Drake May. He took. You get Mike Vrabel, who brings in Josh McDaniels. It's not coincidence. Coaching absolutely matters, because at the end of the day, we're talking about Drake May as a potential MVP. Like, listen, I mentioned earlier, look at Sam Darnold. Look at Baker Mayfield. Look at Daniel Jones. Like the job that Shane Steichen has done with Daniel Jones cannot. Yeah, they have Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, and maybe Daniel Jones had a bad game against the Steelers. But to be fair, it's the Steelers. The defense, when it, Mike Tomlin, they were prepared. And at the end of the day, it's like, and here's the thing. Like Devin says, no one wanted Mac Jones. All of a sudden, Mac Jones goes to San Francisco under Kyle Shanahan and looks like. And by the way, in that same draft, they could have took Mac Jones.
Yeah,
They took.
They really wanted Mac.
And they took. And they wanted, and they took Trey Lance. So the point is that we talk about the quarterback position. Every position matters on the football field, but the quarterback position, like I keep saying, you have to get it right, or everything else doesn't matter. It's just like if you're in a machine, the machine could be great, but if one part of the machine fails, the whole machine fails. That's the NFL.
Yeah.
You look at the franchise. This is why teams hire coaches who focus on how can you help our quarterback. Even if you're a defensive guy, what kind of staff do you have in mind? Mike Vrabel was going to brought back Josh McDaniels. So Josh McDaniels is in that category where I fit him with Raheem Morris. Great coordinator, not a great head coach.
Yeah, never let him be in charge of your team.
Exactly, because there's a difference in leadership. Not everybody can be leaders of a team. So I'm looking at you, Bobby Petrino. But the point is, but simply put, but to put a button on it, because I got to get out of here.
Yeah, me too. We're gonna wrap it up.
I'm gonna say it like this: if you're not prioritizing hiring, developing Michael Penix, I'm not saying go get an offensive minded guy. Get a guy who has a plan for Michael Penix, and everything else will follow. Like I said, if you can't get the Clint Kubiaks of the world, I'm good with Robert Saleh. I'm good with Brian Flores. And like I said earlier, Brian Flores was right about Tua. None of us wanted to admit it because you might, but damn, he's going to turn around Tua. And I'm not trying to knock the things that happened to Tua, mind you. That's not the point of the conversation.
Yeah.
The point of the conversation is that Brian Flores had a point. That, and it's like we didn't want to accept it because because Tua was taking him and Justin Herbert, boom, boom. Like, Justin Herbert's great. Oh, Tua should be great too. It's where you land. It's coaching. Imagine Ryan Leaf ended up on the Colts and Peyton Manning ended up on the Chargers. It's like having a big.
Yeah, it's like having a big horsepower motor with no upgraded transmission or rear end.
Bingo. How far are you going to go? You're going to go places.
Yeah, you'll go somewhere. Maybe not in one piece.
Right. Yeah. You might end up with your engine somewhere where 2 miles back, and your transmission. What's your transmission? We didn't bother putting that in. So how did you get?
Dude, I knew I forgot something.
I just thought we just Flintstone it. What? What does that mean? Flintstone it? Like, no, that's not how it works. I thought the front feet was the transmission. You know what? We're done.
And what you just heard was the Falcon offensive line talking. The offensive meetings. Hey, anyone seen Michael Penix? He coming up late from the house.
Yeah. He's in a hoodie. He's got like Starbucks. I'm here, guys.
Oh my God, that's going to be like a whole meme we're going to end up making out of it. Is that why Eli blocked the Chargers?
Yeah, that
he knew better.
But in that particular trade, it worked out for both teams, though.
Yeah, it did.
It's a real situation, like where Eli going to the Giants worked out, Philip Rivers going to the Chargers worked out, and I think that was more about his dad Archie wanting Eli to play in the big market in New York instead of at that time when they were in San Diego. But Devin has a point. That could be the reason that maybe his dad's like, man, you seen that offensive line there? I don't know. So. Back to you in the studio. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, you got a show later today, so go ahead and plug it. And if you want to head out, I understand, and then I'll close out the shop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got the key, so this is awkward. Um, I didn't got it. Well, first of all, thank you to the chat. You guys are always amazing,
Yeah,
and
it's been great.
follow me on my socials. There's underscore Brown, Twitter and TikTok. There's double underscore Brown on Instagram, Facebook page. Run Runner for Beyond Women's Sports. Preview of tonight's game is out on all of my social media. I usually try to have it out the day before. So if you want to watch it before the game starts, it's on all the social media platforms. I have a show tonight, and I hope you take some time out of your day to watch it, even for 2 seconds, then you can leave. And
And hit a like button. Make sure you hit the like button for my
yeah,
guy.
hit the like and the share button. And once again, thank you to John, thank you to UC Dub, thank you to Ron, and once again, all of you for watching and listening to us do whatever this is.
Oh wow! And then I appreciate it, man. You are awesome, and thank you for always hitting me up and checking on me during this time. So you're the man, and we'll definitely get back together and talk some more stuff. Because, god dang, man, wrestling's gotten okay, but we got to at least enjoy the John Cena stuff because that was special. That was fun.
I agree with
So,
you, Doug.
but all right, man, Ladarius, make y'all check him out. Check his channel out. Like his show. He's going to be really good. He's always thorough. And check out the reviews. They are really helpful for all the games that come up. So, and then me and John are going to be here for a bit, just for a little bit till, like I said, I'm going to have to close this out because I'm ready to focus on something. So, all right, John. Yeah.
All right.
The defense, they're doing everything they can. I get it. It's like this. If anything, when I look at the defense, I'm not mad at the actual defensive players. I am just aggravated with the way our team has basically worked their system and did not plan for anything. Look at the middle linebacker, look at your corner, and then look at your situation at receiver. You have no depth, and you
Fact.
have all these injuries, and it's come to bit you in the ass.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, you didn't do anything at the trade deadline to help this team. You did
No.
absolutely nothing.
And you
I
could have
mean,
traded some assets just to, try to help you out in the draft wise to have more assets. But
oh yeah, you could have traded. I mean, I thought. I want to bounce off some what Darius said. We could have traded Kyle Pitts. I mean,
yeah,
do I think Kyle Pitts is worth something? Yeah, I do. I mean, I think Kyle Pitts could be great for any team. Look at the Chiefs. Look at the Patriots. Look at the Patriots. Look at any team out there. Kyle Pitts would be great on any team. I mean, you telling me, C-Dub, nobody called for Pitts and said, "Hey, we'll give you this for Pitts." I mean, you can't.
No, I can't tell you that. Here's what I could tell you. If it was me, if they called me up, say, "Hey, man, what you want for Pitts?" I would have given him a price, and then I would have told him, "Hey, make me an offer, make me a counter. What you called me? I told you what I'm looking for. What are you thinking?"
And plus, another thing I will speak on, C-Dub, is Bertrand. Bertrand is killing us on the defensive line, killing us.
Yeah, yes, he is. But here's the problem. That is a mistake from the management. And that's why I keep saying this is where people say they think Terry Fontenot should stay. And I have to push back. You did a trade for your first round pick. Now, I think everyone agrees they think James Pierce can be something special. But thinking something special and trading a first round pick are two different things there. And I truly feel like you really pushed the table saying we're playoffs. We're such a good team. We're just one player away. We're just one. We've heard it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you went all in for this. You never thought about releasing Troy Anderson. You didn't think about releasing. There are so many issues with this team that I look at and I go, and then if you watch preseason, you're telling me all those guys, you're telling me Chris Blair, Nick Nash really wasn't that good, but yet they're still on the practice squad, but yet you're not playing any of them. with a broken collarbone player. And look, I truly believe Raheem is over his skis, period. So for me, Terry Fontenot, if he wanted to keep his job, he should have made some deals. That's what I would have done. I would have tried to trade a few players. Tried to make it where I could get some guys that can help away. All right? One player away, a quarterback. Well, here's the thing. I think we got what we have, but we don't have leadership. And I said that coming into the season. You're telling me my football team is going to win games despite the head coach. It does not happen that way. It does not.
I want to bounce off that comment you just put up, C-Dub, about the quarterback.
Yeah.
MPJ is going to be all right. Do I think he needs help? Do I think he needs a better OC? Yes, I do. Because the kid is sitting on the sideline looking into that iPad, and there's no telling what's going on in his head. There is no telling. I mean,
that's the problem. That
kid's confidence looks shot. He looks like he's just defeated.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. I agree with Ladarius. It is not MPJ's fault.
No. It's not his fault, and and that's why I make it very clear. Like people say, you got to go after these players. Trust me, I have. I think Mooney's played like trash, but then Mooney got hurt, and his coaches lied about it. I think you scapegoated the wrong coach. You could have fired Zach Robinson, but you fired Ike Hilliard, who in turn pissed off because, Ray, who probably called out the bull crap, then he got let go.
Mm-hmm.
And that has set a precedence for the team. And I'm going to tell you, this team's not playing for raw.
No.
These games, and look, they're going to play. They're going to play. But when the game is on the line and you need that extra, no, you're not going to see it.
No. And the reason Raw is not the right guy is because he just doesn't care. He keeps saying the same thing every week. Oh, we're going to get better. We're going to fix it. We're going to get better. We're going to fix it.
Have you watched 6A the Fan? They did this funny thing. They said, "Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's find a way, man." Because he said that phrase every week since the Bills game.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to watch the footage, and we got to find a way, man. Got to find a way, man. There you go.
Yeah, it's every week with this guy, and nothing changes. I want to show love to our defense. Our defense has been killing it. Our defense has been playing out of their minds the last couple games. And, I will say this. Bertrand has to go. I'm sorry, but the guy, he plays like he's playing in quicksand. I'm sorry, but he just is. No matter what you want to say about our defense, we have our defense now that we can say, you know what? They showed heart. But now we've gotten to the point where we have to say, where is our team at? What is the direction? What direction are we heading in? Are we playing to win, or are we just playing to be like, you know what, we tried?
You are now at a territory where you are now having to deal with people looking at you. And like you just said, oh, well, at least you tried. No, we're a young team. No, because you walked into this team, Raheem, and said, we're an elite quarterback away. You went and got Kirk Cousins. Then you got Michael Penix. Whether that was a smart decision or not, obviously it was not. Me personally, I was yelling, go get you a Baker Mayfield, go get you a Sam Darnold at the time. Sam Darnold would have been a good backup, but we didn't know what he was about. Joe Flacco at the time, there were guys there to be backups. And if they would have had to start, fine. You bite the bullet. All right? This team went with the most expensive route. And then not just the expensive route, then they turn around because they couldn't watch film or they didn't watch practice and not understood. Or here's a novel concept. There wasn't nothing to practice. It's a lie. Why do I say it like that? Because we are now living in a fact that Raheem is openly admitting to lying about the collarbone.
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, I'm going to be an a-hole in this. Terry Fontenot, or it's like you hear that case, you go, well, Terry Fontenot's in the clear. No, because he signed Kirk Cousins. And look, don't tell me, well, you know, David, he signed some really good free agents. Are we in the playoffs?
No.
Are we champions? Did we win the division? No. Last I checked, last check I saw, we're under 500 every year. And now, where we were like that close team that's like right up to that level of getting over the top, we let Carolina leapfrog us. And we're only a game ahead against the Saints. We lose this game, I would put money on the Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints don't have much, but they got pride. These guys don't have nothing.
No, they don't.
And look, I'm hoping I hear someone say, well, they're going to fight for Raheem. Oh, okay. Now they're going to choose that fight. So that's what I think, man. I mean, this team is frustrating, but it's like I watch every game now and I go, we're going to lose. And then if we win, okay, cool, we won. But I'm not looking at it like, oh God, I hope we do. No, man, I'm well aware of my team's suckability. You know,
yeah.
I've come to it. It's, if anything, I want to see how. Call like the, you know, what they say, the the sadistic side of you. It's like, show me how bad we're going to be. Show, what new way are you going to find a way to lose?
Mm-hmm.
Like this past week, our special teams killed us. The week before, our offense. And then it's like, Jesus Christ. So, and then it's like this. The thing that kills me, that makes me laugh the most, you have people saying, man, let's just put Jeff Albrook in charge. This man's defense gave up over 500 yards of total offense. And it would have been higher if it wasn't for the sacks. Now, look, that's not a direct shot at Jeff. I think he's done a good job with this team. I'm not going to say great because the record isn't great. You know, that's just my thing. I can't say it because of what we actually have. But do I feel like if I look at Jeff, I said, if Jeff had the same, you know, gets better weapons around him, you know, we look for some real good depth pieces and look, what were they doing in preseason? Because I could tell you there were half of players that played better than J.D. Bertrand, that played better than some of the players they still have on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Where are these? Tell me how smart this team is, because I don't see it.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I truly feel like that's been something missing with this team. So, but John, go ahead and tell the good people where to find you. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Sun's coming down, and I'm about to be in the dark.
You can find me on YouTube. I will be doing the Georgia, and I'll be doing the Georgia game this Saturday, so you guys can find me there. And
yeah, that's going to be a good one.
On Twitter.
All right. And look, also check out John over here. He does a lot of good Raw reviews and NXT reviews. And, you know, and yeah, John's always in the chat. That's my girl there, Christy. And eventually we're going to get Christy on the show one day. I'm still not giving up hope on that one. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. But yeah, John, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Sorry I haven't been around. It's like I said, family stuff, and when my uncle and aunt passed,
I fully understand.
yeah, I wanted to just kind of just be to myself for a while and not worry about stuff. So that's what happened. But I'm back now. But yeah, so that's what's going on now, folks. If you want to see us, channel C28, we'll put a little thing on the post on YouTube, and then I'll post on Facebook when we reconvene, and we'll be definitely talking about everything. Oh, off on the week of Thanksgiving, and I don't plan on cooking. I mean, if that's an invitation, I don't know what is. So look, come on over. We'll do that. So yeah, I mean, we'll definitely even have you on the wrestling one. So yeah, but yeah,
Exactly.
we're gonna be, huh?
Yeah, exactly. We'll have her on. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially after now finding out Maria is going to be in the cage again. So she always does that for me. Oh Lord, and I go to my to-go plates, Porsche chair, and big girl pants. We're ready to go to house. Hey, I'm wearing my big boy pants. Where if my stomach gets bigger, I could just get the water board or the the wheelbarrow and just plop my belly in there and just transfer myself over to the next regime. So, but yeah, I can't wait. I like Thanksgiving. It's fun. It's good. But yeah, folks, if you would like, make sure you. Oh, there I am. I forgot about the light that I had in my camera. So yeah, if you like, check us out. C28. We're going to be doing more shows. And look, I'm not sugarcoating the Falcons. I love them, but somebody's got to tell you the truth. And, if this job is going to get fixed, I am ripping this sucker out and I am freaking restudding the whole place. Sometimes it takes all that.
This Falcons team is like a brand new house. You got to rip out the old and put in new stuff. I mean, that's exactly what you got to do.
Yeah, if we were renovating the house, that's what we have to do. We have to just strip it down, to the bare bones, and then reconfigure. And look, I'm not, like I said, I think, do we have good pieces? Yeah, we do. I think Drake is really good. I think Bijan is good. He may be getting on my nerves, but he's still good. And then Michael Penix, I see some talent in him, but I need someone to develop him. And here's the other thing. I need someone that can develop, but also can look at me and go, hey, man, he's good. Or, hey, man, he sucks ass. Yeah. And I know, and people might be like, no, we don't need. No, we cannot afford to be coddling at this point. Either you could play or you can't. And that's just the way it goes.
I don't want this to end up to where Kirk Cousins ends up being taking over the position again. I mean, because if that happens, we're in trouble.
I will tell you right now, there is not a snowball's chance in Hades that Mr. Cookout and Great Clips will be starting for this team. I don't think that will happen. I think Easton Stick will play before Kurt will. I believe you'll see Goff, if they fire Raheem with the last game and before the last game or something stupid like that, I can see the coach just showing, okay, we'll play Easton like they're doing with Jameis because Dart's out, but totally totally diss Russell. So I could see that happening. So look, I'm intrigued, but it's more like I said, I want to see the accident because of the fact that this team's already has messed the bed, and like I said, this Sunday, I'm not going to lie to the fans and say we got a chance. We got a chance.
I'm right there with you, C-Dup. I'm not going to lie to anybody and say, you know what? Yeah, we got a shot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, now if Carolina comes in and here's something to think about. If Carolina would have stepped up, won their game against the Saints, and came in even hotter, then I could probably say, yeah, I could see them looking past us. No, not after a loss. So I could see them being like, okay, we got to get our crap together. Because here's the other thing. They can't get sloppy or they can't afford, like, obviously, whatever they do is gravy. But at this point, you could tell like that coach wants them to go beyond. And look, that's just human nature.
Yeah.
So what would you do? Simple. You want to try to win as many games. So you go against the Falcons. Look, that defense can give up plays by the run. You already know your quarterback is comfortable playing them. I keep bringing that up because people don't want to bring that up. And I get it. Is Bryce trash? Yes, but he doesn't play like trash against us. I don't understand why. It's just the way it is. So then you go off and you watch him play, against other teams. Yeah, he doesn't play well. But when he plays the Falcons, he takes it to another level. I don't understand it. But the thing is, after all this stuff that you've heard with the coaching staff, with the quarterback, with the running backs, the receivers, there's not a player on this team that's looking at all these guys going, get on my back.
Yeah.
We don't have that guy yet. Not to say Bijan, not to say it's not Bijan, not to say, but we don't have a guy so far on this team that has looked at all this stuff that's went down and went, get on my back. I don't give a damn. Just get on my back. We got this.
I mean, even Drake in his presser, he was like, you know what, we didn't do what we had to do. I'm pissed. I mean, we lost. I mean,
yeah, he's the only one that has said that. Where everybody else wanted to talk about their beautiful trip in Germany. It's like, I don't give a fuck about Germany. Yeah. All right, good for you. You plan on coming back. You can afford it. How about talk to us that have to scratch and save to go to a game?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'll say it. If you're a Falcon fan, you could go to that game. I would suggest go Christmas shopping. I would go watch some Hallmark movies. I would suggest anything other. I mean, you could watch the game on the Red Zone. It's a beautiful thing. Listen to Dave Archer and Wes Durham and just enjoy them talking. But don't go to the game.
Or you can listen to the game on the radio. You can do that.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, let Arthur Blank not, see that his seats are empty. Because that's really what needs to be happening. And I'm not saying, I am saying boycott, but my thing is this: make a decision with your wallet.
Yeah, I agree.
You got content. You got content creators. Yeah. Go ahead.
Or if you want to hear the game, or if you want to watch the game, watch it with the Dixon way.
Yeah, Dixon way. You can watch it. There's, he does an amazing job with it. And it, like I said, just watch it. Just remember this: change can't happen unless things get shaken, and you've got to shake this team. Everybody needs to feel it because these guys have been just living on fat, hog on the hide, I think it's called. So, hold on. Yeah, Bryce has only had one good game. Bro, he hasn't had one good game. That man, if you look at his career record against the Falcons, most of his wins have come against the Falcons. He has more wins against the Falcons than he does any other team.
When that dude comes to town, he's looking to do one thing.
Yeah. He grows 2 feet taller. He becomes he rips off the shirt. He's like, I'm 5'9". It's like, damn, dude. But yeah, I'm telling you, Bryce Young, he plays well against this team. He does. He plays well against the Falcons. Don't believe me? Like I said, check the numbers, man. You'll see. His record speaks for himself. And look, when they had Andy Dalton in there, he didn't look good in there. So
is Bryce Young even starting on Sunday? Do we know? I mean, is Andy Dalton starting, or are they going with Bryce Young, or what's their plan? I mean,
I don't know. That's the issue. I mean, look, you really won't know anything injury wise unless it's like major, like they had the surgery today, like a few guys did. Let's see here. I'm trying to check.
Because the last I seen that was reported, Bryce Young was got benched the last time I saw, or something like that.
Hold on, I'm double checking here because we know what's his name, the fifth grader, Kyler Murray. He's out. He's on the bench now. And then let's see. So Panthers. No, they're showing Bryce Young no Q or no letter, so he's available to play. It looks like.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, look, something could change by the end of the night, by game day, but
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, C-Dub. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no confidence in this in us winning this game. I have none. I mean, my confidence is shot in this team. I mean,
it cracks me up when I see people talking about what was it? How give me a second. I'm trying to go back here. It cracks me up when people look at the betting odds and they're saying, "Oh, the Falcons, like a 50% chance," and I'm going 58, and I'm going, "Why? What have we done?" All right, look at the stats. They beat because.
and I will say this: for those of you that bet, don't bet on the Falcons. Just don't. I mean,
save your money. Save your money. Don't look. We don't want you to get hit with a frying pan by your woman. It doesn't need to go that way. All right, look, I'm not arguing. I'm just stating the facts are the facts. Bryce Young has beaten the Falcons routinely. The Falcons will win Sunday. Okay.
I mean,
believe if you want to. I have no problem with that. But
hey, if you believe, that's great.
hey, but my question to you is this. All right, I'm going to say it. What have they done to make you feel they are going to get this together with all this disruptions that's been going on? This team's not on the same page. I'm just being honest. It's not about, but I gotta be fan. I love the Falcons. Okay, good. But you can also look at it and go, man, we are a burning ship.
I mean, look at what the boys are saying that's coming back from Germany. Look at what they're saying. Yeah. Man, we had a great time over in Germany. We want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about football. They want to talk about Germany.
Yeah, they want to talk about anything else but their performance. Kind of like Raheem. And look, there's no one accountable in that building except for Drake. Drake London is.
Drake London is the one that is saying, you know what? This needs to stop. I want to win. I'm good. We lost.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's not like, man, guys, this is the best day of my life. I love getting our asses kicked every Sunday. Did you hear those Germany fans singing? No, he didn't do that. And thank God. And like I said, I just want one player. That's why I was so happy to see that was him. Yes, with Bryce, he has a win. Okay, hold on. So, as Bryce, the winning record against the Falcons, but that's not because of him. He's only
okay. I mean, it kind of is because of him.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right, look, this isn't about how Bryce got these wins or not. The record is the record, man.
Falcons. I mean, here's my thing. If it's not because of him, then what? I mean, it's not because of the head coach. It's not because of anybody they have. It's because of Bryce Young.
This team has been leapfrogged by the Carolina Panthers. Period. There's no argument there.
Facts.
That is what's happened with this team. They got leapfrogged. The coach is coaching his butt off for this team. I'm looking at their players. Do you want to say that the talent? Fine. Falcons have better talent. So where's the advantage then? Oh, yes, the coaching staffs. Oh, yeah, we don't have one. We got a guy that's looking at the screens.
Let me, can I ask everybody, the Falcons fans, a question?
Yeah, shoot.
Falcons fans, do you think Raheem Morris is capable of turning it? Like you said, I agree. I want to piggyback on what C-Dub said. Do you guys think Raheem Morris is capable of turning this thing around and getting us going in the right direction? I mean, because I know there are some Falcons fans out there that they're gonna be like, "Oh man, we can do this. We're gonna get it turned around. We're gonna do better." But guys, Falcons fans, hear me out. This team right now is in shambles. Our boys have their head hung low. All they're talking about is their trip over to Germany. They're not talking about their performance. They're not talking about football. They're so far from reality right now that they don't care about anything. Their heads are so far gone that they have no perception of what reality is right now. Their reality is, man, we had a great trip in Germany. That's all did it. If Falcons fans, if you believe, that's great. I'm not saying don't believe, but what makes you think Raheem Morris is capable of doing any of this?
I'm going to say it again. And this is where we're going to end it with. This team, when Raheem Morris took the job, he said, we are a quarterback, an elite processor away. And if we had an elite processor, he wouldn't be on this team. It's been 2 years. I would have fired him after last year. I definitely would have fired him after the dang Washington game when you don't call a timeout. So the reason is because Bryce didn't do nothing, took the ball. Okay. So let me check something. He made me do this, so give me a second. It won't take me long.
I don't think the Panthers are winning because of their running game.
I do. Actually, I will say they are because they have no. They're committed to their running game. They are committed. But hold on, because he wanted to say they're not doing anything. So let's see. I wanted to just check these stats. So Bryce Young, he ran for 1 touchdown. Then we had that one. He threw, or that was the pick 6. That was the touchdown. So yeah, Bryce Young only had 1 touchdown. Now let's look at Michael Penix, since he wants, because remember we scored 0 points, so that means Michael Penix must have done amazing. Oh, wait a minute, Michael Penix went 18 for 36 with 2 interceptions. Okay, again, I said it before. Little Bryce likes to play against us. Now,
and he has the better record. He has a better record against us too.
Yeah, and this team is in second place. We aren't. I am not about to, say, "Oh man, we're right there. We're right there. We just need a really good streak." What has shown you through this season that this team could put together a 7-game win streak? Please tell me. Show me. Because you ain't got the weapons. Your quarterback doesn't want to listen to the coordinator because the coordinator can't, he's too busy on, jobhunt.com to get a job with the OK State authorities.
Yeah.
And then
Your
And then you got
looking at the OK State job.
And then you got Raheem, who is even keel, cool as the other side of the pillar, trying to be. He's the CEO of this team. Well, let me tell you something. You suck. You sucked in Tampa. You suck here. And defense coordinator, you might be good. You might be. Or you could have gotten lucky because Sean McVay is the reason they won the championship, not you.
Facts.
It was Aaron Donald that made the play, not you. All right? You were the coach. You got credit. But let's be honest, Wade Phillips is the one that owns it. I mean, they should have given him the ring, not you. But anyway. And let's see. I don't like Raheem. Yes, he's not great.
It's not about see, Doug. Can I speak on this real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's not about us not liking Raheem. Everybody wants to see. That's the perception with Falcons fans. They want to oh, you guys don't like him. It's not about like or dislike. It's about him not doing his job correctly. It's not about like or dislike.
It's not about doing the job correctly. It's being accountable. It's it's not about. It's like stop dancing around the questions. I'm asking him, what's the deal? If you believe in Zach Robinson so much, then what is the problem on third down? How come you only got 1 third down in the last 2 games? If Zach Robinson is not the problem.
I hate when Falcons fans they try to go out of the way. They move the field, they move the goalpost, and like, oh, you don't like him. It's not about like or dislike. It's about accountability. It's about accountability. Like C-Dub said, holding yourself accountable. What's the problem with Zach Robinson? Is he the problem or is Raheem the problem? It's either one of the two. It's not in between.
Oh, it's actually, I'd say it's both because I think Raheem's the problem, but Zach's looking at him like, okay, I can act like this because that's what it comes off. Now, you had and look, Jeff Ulbrich had that issue with the kid, but defensive coordinator wise, I believe he's done a very good job. The problem is your offense is so stagnant. Your offense is so, I don't even want to say vanilla because that's an insult. It's like, Dollar General lane pudding, high top. It ain't going to be good. You could freeze that shit and try to think that's going to be good, but it ain't going to taste anything better. So right there, it's like I'm looking at this team and I'm just saying, there's nothing. Zach Robinson has done the impossible. He's made Bijan look totally normal.
Yeah, he has.
The only man that can stop Bijan Robinson is Zach Robinson.
But here's another thing with Falcons fans, and they say, oh, they'll move the goalpost and they'll say, oh, it's because y'all don't like, Raheem. Let me ask you something. If Raheem was doing such a great job, or Zach's doing such a great job, why isn't Tyler Algier being on the field a lot more? I mean,
look, does Tyler have a place in the game? Yes. And hold on, because I get what you're saying, John. But my buddy here, and look, I appreciate you talking to us because this is fine. But look, so C-Dub, he don't like Raheem. I agree. Raheem makes terrible decisions. Our schedule is more than favorable than the Panthers' last 7. Okay, perfectly. What you said is perfect. You are right. Here's the problem. If I'm not mistaken, there are 4 games that the Falcons should win with no problem. That's what I've heard. This game, the Jets, the Saints. 4 games. Wait a minute. Tell me who we lost against. Oh, yeah. The Dolphins. The Panthers. The 49ers. You see what I'm going with this? We have lost to teams that we were supposed to beat. So, yeah, the schedule looks great. Yeah, it's beautiful. You really think? Look, if the best thing about the Falcons, I could definitely say is this: they're going to play up to the competition. They'll play down to the competition. So, this game, like I said, I think it's a flip 'em, but I'm leaning toward the Panthers. Now, you want to ask me about the Saints? I'll tell you, I think the Saints are going to whoop our ass.
I do too.
And if it ain't the Saints, it's going to be the Jets because we always let these games hit us.
And another thing, guys, I want to Falcons fans. I want to warn y'all about. We don't have a field goal game. We don't have a kicking game either.
Yeah, I mean, hold on. Let me hit it like this. Y'all do remember Romo's first game, 5 for 5. So Zane Gonzalez, oh man, he made his first field goal. We got this fixed. Okay, let's see. I'm just at this point. That's basically my mindset. Show me. I've already, and then when you miss the field goal, don't look at me and go, I don't understand how we missed the field goal. You're on your fourth kicker.
Fact.
Dolphins. Okay. Like I said,
the Dolphins were what 1-6 before they played us.
Yeah, but hey, they're not a bad team.
They beat us down.
Yeah, I mean, look, you took a Dolphins team that was lifeless, and they beat the brakes off you. I mean, look, that's why I'm just, before I say anything dumb or say anything, hilarious, I'm just kind of laughing at that because I'm going, So the Falcons, and understand that loss was right after, give me a minute. Was after the San Francisco loss. We lost 34, and at that time they were 2-6 when they beat us. So that meant they were 1-6 when they walked into this arena. Mm-hmm. And by the way, this was a home game.
Yep.
So look, and probably they'll say that was a Kirk Cousins game. Okay, it was Kirk. Beat us. They beat the Bills too. Yes. And I even talked about that earlier. That the Bills, guess who else beat the Bills? Yeah, the Falcons. And what have we done since? Oh, that's right. We've lost.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look. I love that line. Well, guess who else beat the Bills? The Falcons. Yes. So what have we done to capitalize? We lost. Facts.
I love that people still have faith in this team. I love that. Let's be serious, guys. This team is so unserious right now. It's not even funny.
Look, when you listen to especially this person, have you listened to the press conferences and listen to the leadership is talking about? Because if that doesn't drive you to drink, nothing will. Mm-hmm. Raheem is the most politician backpedaling. I'm going to talk in circles, and then I'm going to talk really fast so we can move on so I don't have to be here long enough. He is talking to fill words on an essay. So, look, and Arthur, you're sitting up in your high tower. Well, this is what you get. And, someone's like, well, you should tank. Yeah, sure. Whatever y'all say. Because in my opinion, at this point, if Arthur Blanks has the nerve to say, well, Raheem's going to be back next year, every fan should ask for their money back. Every fan should just not come to the Benz because you're not going to get a winner next year. Watch it on Red Zone. So, all right, y'all. Here we go. We lost, but we went toe-to-toe. We lost. We went toe-to-toe with the Colts. Almost beat them. Yeah, I paid attention to everything I do, studying the game. Good. Also have 3. Okay, great. Hold on. I appreciate that. But again, almost. But did we win? Did we win? No. What have we done against the Bills since the Bills game? We've lost. I just went over all the games we've lost. Okay? So I appreciate family in the NFL. Awesome. Go teams. I appreciate you paying attention. Great. But almost going toe to toe, that's great. But did we win? It's about wins and losses. And if we do not go over 500 this season, that is 8 straight years of under 500. Okay, but again, we can only talk about what we see. And again, I'm going to say it like this. This team sucks ass. This team doesn't care for Raheem.
This team is not playing for Raheem.
They're paying for me. They're playing, hey, let me just make enough for this check. Okay, I'm good. So this team's at that point. So let's see what happens against the Panthers. Hey, if we almost win that one, we'll put it on the board. We'll call it the AWs. It's all about the AWs, the W's, and the L's. Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't happen. So wins or losses is what we want. So have the Falcons won?
No.
Thank you. Y'all, I'm C-Double. I'm out. We're going to have a good time. Take care.
See ya.